Hey guys, Jay. Welcome back to the channel. So guys, this is it's been one heck of a week for toys, I got to tell you. Like lots of things have been happening so fast and yeah, so many different things have been on the horizon. And I'm just kind of surprised at the developments that have happened not only for the Master of the Universe but also for PulseCon and Hasbro Pulse in general. So many things have just come and gone, and a lot of stuff that's been happening in pulp culture as well. This has just been one crazy week. A whole, uh, just like oh god, okay. Sorry about that, guys. Just a whole bunch of different events that have been happening back to back to back to back, and I wanted to just do a quick review as to like what's been announced. Um, as an overview, just really quickly, we've had stuff from Mattel with Eternia. Prior to that, the whole basic month, leading up to He-Man's birthday, we got to see some really cool pictures of. Sorry, instead of that, the press day that happened for the very last day of Mo Tuesdays was incredible. We got to see some photos of the He-Man the Masters Universe movie figures, which are turning out to be a lot better than I thought. At least Skeletor. Skeletor is quickly becoming my favorite movie figure in that line, in the Masterverse line. Something's going on with Dolph Lundgren's face for He-Man, but you know what? The extra head really makes up for that. Holy crap! Yeah, that would have been a really interesting kind of situation if they didn't include the second head. But I do want to talk, later on. I want to talk about what the heck is going on with their pricing structure. I mean, you look at Man at Arms, who was also announced around that time, and he has a deluxe figure set, a real deluxe figure set. But then you look at Skeletor and you look at He-Man, it's like, what the heck? It's another She-Ra situation, like completely. It is a complete She-Ra situation. A whole bunch of different Origins figures which were announced, which are kind of like some of them are off wall, some of them are really cool, and some of them are par for the course. So really looking forward to those. Um, and then it's interesting, at least in my neck of the woods, and I think some parts of Europe as well for some strange reason. But Hasbro Pulse exclusives are showing up here in Canada. Like that's just really crazy. And for me, it's just one of these weird things because as I do the conversion rates, but between what I'm ordering on Hasbro Pulse versus what's available here in Canada, uh, in terms of like I'm like plus five, maybe $6 or whatever. But the reality is, just for the convenience and just to be able to get it early, I'm like, why not? Why not just get why not just pay the extra? I guess import tax or whatever, however you want to call it. It's already landed. It's already here, and I don't have to worry about it really, right? I don't have to worry about it getting dinged at the border. I don't have to worry about all that kind of stuff. So today, for example, I'm going to be doing. I wanted to share this with you guys. I found in the wild, the Hero is Born 2 pack, which is kind of interesting because my good friend Will actually found it before me, and I said, "Dude, can you pick it up for me?" And he did. And then not even an hour later, I found it in the wild. So that's actually kind of fun. So I have it today. I'm going to be doing an unboxing with you guys. You can see this Hasbro PulseCon exclusive. There's going to be a lot of fun if you're a Transformers fan, obviously. But at the same time, it's one of these things where I want to talk. After I do the unboxing, about the idea of exclusivity, because we're dealing with a lot of that now. Specifically to do with the Robbie Reyes Ghost HasLab project. Man, that's a story in and of itself, and we got to really, what, I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. Um, a lot of different things going on, with so many different exclusives, and then of course just regular releases as well. We really got to talk about what's going on with the Thundercats. As much as I'm invested in that line, there are some issues that are showing up, cracks in the foundation, if you will. Friend of the channel, Matt Hatter, he did a really funny video. If anybody hasn't seen that one yet, you should definitely check that one out. And like I said, Eternia, wow, just so many things happening, on that front. and a lot of not misinformation, a lot of missing information, a lot of things that you know um, what are coming to the forefront that need to be talked about. Uh, not the least of which is my own video, which I said, there's probably going to be a payment plan, and it's my understanding that there isn't, but there was supposed to be, and I want to talk about that too, because that really sort of got everybody kind of frazzled, because I think a lot of people were hoping for a payment plan. And then let's talk about Mondo. Mondo. Why do we love you? Why do we hate you? Man, like, it's just crazy. Everything that's been happening so far is just absolutely nuts. But yeah, I wanted to do that as a preface, and then, as I said, we're gonna do this unboxing. I'm gonna unbox this for you, and I'm really excited about this because, guys, this is super exciting. I'm a huge Transformers fan. Obviously, a lot of us are. I mean, look at this big beastie, right? So this is part of that idea, and the whole concept behind this is in celebration, of course, of the Transformers. Orion Pax, if some of you guys don't know, is actually Optimus Prime. Alpha Trion is actually Optimus Prime's creator, and there's a specific episode cases Orion Pax, who is Optimus Prime, and how he was mercilessly shot pretty much in the back by Megatron just to gain a few cases of materials, and then in order to preserve freedom, the aerial bots are the ones who actually, ironically, the spoiler ahead, should have said that earlier, but the aerial bots are actually the ones who rescue Orion Pax and bring him to Alpha Trion to become Optimus Prime. Great stuff. Some really interesting facets. But I'm going to be doing an unboxing right now, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. One quick second though, guys. I want to just check on something really quick. Hold on. I'll be right back. But take a look at this while we wait. Actually, no. Take a look at the back right here. I will be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. There was a knock at the door. Okay, so let's first of all, you know what? I've been rambling on for about 10 minutes. Let's go and say hi to everybody who's in the chat. Guys, thanks again for being here tonight. So it's always a pleasure, to be able to spend some time with you guys. It's great. Nolan, hey, Nolan, what's going on? Good to see you, my friend. Hi, Jay. Was hoping you'd be on tonight. It's the highlight of my week. Finally got my notification for my anniversary He-Man and Skeletor 2-pack. Will be here on the 20th. Pretty exciting. These guys are awesome. They will not disappoint. Congratulations, Nolan. Armando, oh, hey, what's going on, Armando? Hola, Jay in chat. Hola, Armando. How are you, my friend? Rhea Black, good to see you, Rhea. Here we go. Absolutely. Thanks, Rhea. Good to see you. All that guy's stuff. I watched Halloween Ends. I had to get the taste of throwing up in my mouth. Glad this will do it. Okay. I said I had to get the taste of throwing throw up out of my mouth. Wow, that bad, eh? I'm hoping. You know what? I wasn't really planning on seeing it, but that recommendation's kind of high, kind of low, actually low. Kirk HT, hey Jay, what's going on, Kirk? Good to see you. Terrence St. John, hey Jay, hey Terrence, what's going on? Psycho Hot, hi, hey Psycho Hot, what's going on? Bloodsport One, Jay, yeah, what's going on, Bloodsport One? Good to see you, my friend. Ray, hey Jay, moo, moo. That's right, Ray. Gamerbud, hey Jay and chat, what's going on, Gamerbud? Good to see you. Palpatine, the 1975. What's going on, Palpatine? Greetings, Exalted One. The Force is with you, my apprentice. Yes. Thank you, Palpatine. Thank you, my lord. Absolutely. Renegade Biker 24. Hey, Jay and chat. Good to see you, my friend. Pop Art to Rick, 1,234,000. Sorry, apologies. $1,234.23 in total is what that is what will cost me that set. I pass on Eternia. I don't blame you, Pop Actor. It's not for everybody. That much is absolutely true. However, one of the things I will talk about is how Canadians can save some money on a purchase from Eternia. And we will talk about that. Kevin Herbert, hey, what's going on, Kevin? Good to see you, my friend. Jarhead, what's going on, Jarhead? This is late at night. Actually, this is my regular stream time, so it's not that late. It's just like the last couple of weeks. I've actually been. I didn't do a stream because I did like the other live streams in the day, so I decided it was a lot of work. So I just passed on the previous live streams before. Collecting Classic, hey Ray, what's going on? Good to see you, brother. Terrence St. John, movie figs probably have to pay for the likenesses. They obviously do, but but according to a lot of sources, they say that that's actually factored into the cost ahead of time. Ray Black, what's going on, guy? Good. Ray saying hi to Ray. Ray is saying hi to Ray, obviously. Everybody's having chats. Excellent. Andrew Davis, what up, Jay? Check your email. I sent you a different offer. Oh, sorry, Andrew. Damn it. I've been meaning to email you, Andrew. The answer is more likely yes. All right, just so you know, the answer is more likely yes. I've just been very, very busy. So let me get back to you as soon as I can. Yo, Joe C. Yo, Jay, what's going on? Yo, Joe C. Pop Up Direct, hey, Nolan, what's going on? Old IT guy, hey, Jay, hope you're doing well. I'm doing so much better now that you're here, old IT guy. Good to see you, my friend. Renegade Biker 24, hey there, Nolan. Good to see you guys. NG Chris, what's going on, NG? Hey, Jay, good afternoon from Singapore. Good to see you, NG. It's always a pleasure to see you. Armando, never gone to Transformers. They all look the same. LOL. That's funny. Ha ha ha, Armando. You're hilarious. Aaron, Walmart Canada still has the retro Snake Eyes and Crimson Guards. Yes. If I get, I've been budgeting. Unfortunately, Eternia is taking up the most of my freaking funds right now. I'm waiting until the very last day for King Grayskull, and I need the funds in my account because one of the problems that seems to be arising is some people are actually reporting that they're being charged the full amount, and I'm going to explain what's going on there because a few people have actually messaged and actually called Mattel, and we got an answer. So I want to talk about that a little bit. Yo, Joe C, peace. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Pop Actor. Toys R Us in Canada still has tons of Lords of Power, Merman, and Evelyn. Not just that. I mean, some Walmarts have the same thing. Aaron Hardy, missing information. Hasbro, please tell Canadians what's coming and when. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's crazy. Armando, yes, you rang. Good to see you, Armando. Collecting Classics. Because toys. That's right. Because toys. Armando, Jay, I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and pay pay scalper price for Eternia when it comes out in 2024. I find saving $800 to $900 in 2 years rather than throwing a $700 plus one in 1 month. I hear you, Armando. It would have been really nice if they had a payment plan, like seriously. But I will talk about what they're trying to do, which has been accumulating. I'm not sure if it's going to make it in time though. We'll see. Aaron, yeah, alas, I think I'm out on that Mondo. Bought a new phone and 2 or 3 of Mayfex figures. Man, that's crazy. Rhea, ooh, he's got Ghostbusters back there. I didn't even notice. Ghostbusters? He's got Ghostbusters back there. What Ghostbuster? I don't have Ghostbusters. Do I have Ghostbusters? Are you talking about me? Or are you talking about you? What are you talking about, Rhea? I don't think my Ghostbusters are here, but they're like, yeah, now I see them. Yeah. Those are they're buried in the back. Yeah, they are. But that is good eye, Rhea. Good eye. That's crazy. I didn't even know. I totally forgot about those. Wow. Yo, Joe C, I'm all in for Thunder Ultimates. Yes, absolutely. Armando. Did pick up Hordak Masterverse and NECA Wolfman today. Dang, you're good. I'm still waiting on Hordak, man. I really need that guy. Collecting Classics. It won't be an 8 to 900 secondhand, fam. More like 1K to 1,500, depending on where you're at. And I can't imagine secondhand in Canada. You know what, Ray? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Nolan, yeah, both are large chunks of change. Yeah, 100%. That guy's stuff. That the Eternia set will go for $3,000 to $4,000 in a box when it hits eBay. Watch. I wouldn't be surprised, my friend. I wouldn't. Hey, Robin Toy. Robin Toy's in the house. What's going on, Robin? Hi, Jay and chat. Great to see the live stream again. Absolutely, Robin. Good to see you, my friend. Terrence St. John. Thanks for keeping me company as I drive to Atlanta. No problem, Terrence. I will keep you company, keep you awake. Safe travels, my friend. Safe travels. Randall Guzig. What's going on, Randall? Hello, Autobots. Hello, Autobots. Roll out. Absolutely. Autobots, transform and roll out. 100%. Thank you, Randall. Eric Stream. Sup, dude? Sup, Eric Stream? Good to see you. Nolan saying hi. Pop actor. Knock at the door at 1 a.m. Yeah, it's my roommate actually. He's he wanted me to move the car, and then I just handed them the keys. Yeah, just kind of fun. Captain N. Don't accept any invitations back to Armando's place. Ooh, some things going on in the background we don't know about, guys. What's going on? Keep it clean, everybody. Keep it clean. Clarence Wong. Hey, Clarence. What's going on, brother? Everybody. Clarence is a really good friend of the channel. Definitely, he let me review his Snake Mountain before it even came out. Awesome stuff. My favorite. Orion packs is the power of the Prime's version. The vehicle transformation is less than optimal, but Prime and Orion look good in it. So hopefully to see what this unboxing will reveal. Absolutely. Thank you, Clarence. We're gonna have some fun with that. Absolutely. Bloodsport 1. Halloween ends tomorrow. Watch. Oh, this is gonna be interesting because some people, like I think somebody earlier said not to watch it. So this is gonna be interesting. Airstream, have you built Gilgamesh yet? Not yet, Airstream, but thank you again. I'm gonna try. My toy room is not ready. That's always gonna be my excuse, you know. Collecting classics, all in on Eternia. Let's go, Ray. Let's go. Everybody's saying hello, which is always good. Hey, Toy Connections in the house. Hey, what's going on, Toy Connections? Good to see you. Yay, Mega J's live. How's it going, Ken? Good to see you, brother. Aaron Hardy. I work at 8 to 4 p.m. I work at 8 to 4. 10 p.m. is late. I got you. Hey, Ken, send me a message on my Instagram if you want to join me tonight. Would be interesting. Would be interested to find out your insights. So send me an IG message if you wanna join me. I am interested in finding out if you wanna chat, talk shop. Actually, you know what? Screw that. I'm just gonna send you a message. Hold on. Did I have it? No, I don't. Instagram. I'm just gonna send you a message, Ken. If you want to, not. If not, just send me a message right now. Lots of things going on. All right. I got the message. Give me a second. You know what? I'll just do it. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna bring Ken right in right now since he's interested. There you go, Ken. All right, let's say hi to the last few people, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. Leo Manzone, the kid in me wants Eternia, but the adult collector in me wants the Mondo cat. Still have not made a decision. Yeah, I know it's tough, right? Yeah, everybody's saying hi. Good stuff. John Wesby, hey, what's going on, John? Good to see you. Yo, Josie, the total for Eternia in OC, California is $657.83. Wow, that's a lot of money, guys. Renegade Biker, hey, Renegade, what's going on? Hey, Jay, I plan on making a few wood shelves for my glass showcase. Probably start next week to practice. The particle board that I have now is starting to warp and bend because of the humidity in my home. Wow, that's crazy. Best of luck to you, brother. Delforce SEO. I was charged the full amount, $663.33 in California. Yes, we will be getting to that later in the stream because I do have some updates and some information. But again, everything we have to all take this with a grain of salt because it's not confirmed. It's like I did not do it yet personally, but I've heard it secondhand from other people. But I do want to at least give people the information. Gwildar, ooh, Oh, oh. Rhea, yes, UJ. Absolutely. Wildor, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Wildor. Let's see here. John Westby again. I think I've said pretty much hi to everybody. Oh, Primate76. What's going on, Primate76? Good morning from Germany, Jay. Ray, chat, and good vibes. Absolutely. Good to see you, my friend. How's it going? Good to see you, Dave. TF Thruster 2021. Hello from Texas, Jay. Hey, what's going on, TF Thruster? Good to see you. Space Cowboy. I'm here. What did I miss? Not much. We're just saying hi to everybody. It's all good. Anybody else? Captain K. Armando. No, LOL Dahmer. Okay, there you go, my friend. Armando. That was Captain K. Halloween Ends isn't all that great. It's a bit disappointing. I see what you're saying. I think it was you, Armando. Randall Gazig. My thoughts on Mattel Origins Snake Mountain playset that's coming out here. Yes. I'm very, very excited. I really am. I'm super excited about it. And again, we're going to talk about it. Eric Stream, Texas forever. Collecting Classics. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start skipping now, guys, because I really want to start getting onto our discussion or unboxing. Ken hasn't joined yet. I'm surprised. I wonder if I did. Did he? Ken, are you joining us? What's going on? All right. Anyway, I sent the invite. Ken, let me know if you got the right link. I'm wondering if I sent the wrong link. All things being equal, now. Yeah, I sent the right link. I'll send it again, just in case. Zagatron, the reviews. Hey, Jay, people in the chat. What's going on, Zagatron? Good to see you, my friend. John Wesby. Jay, did you ever get the Roton or the Sunman 3-pack? I haven't seen a Roton ever. I've never seen one. Oh, Matt Hatter's in the house. What's going on? Hey, what's going on, Matt Hatter? Woohoo! What up, Mega Jay? Jay and Peeps. Can anyone lend me let me hold $550? Does anybody want to help out Matt Hatter and getting an Eternia? Somebody help him out. What's going on? Good to see everybody here tonight. Holy crap. Okay, I gotta have to start skipping. Mark Riddell, Eternia. Good to see you, Mark. Ralph Nesbitt. Did you hear that Hasbro was looking into canceling people that ordered the Serpento early without Hasbro membership? I haven't heard anything about that, Ralph. And it would be crazy to do that. They would actually have to hire people to actually do that. When you really think about it, I'm gonna star your comment, Ralph, and we'll discuss that, because that would be nuts. That would be absolutely crazy. Mattel Creation is just checking that there's room on your card. Pre-authorizations are temporary. Correct. That's actually the information that I got, and it will actually clear within 3 to 5 days. Don't quote me on that. That's I've heard that secondhand, but Aaron is relating the information that I heard. So very, very interesting that all these things are starting to accumulate together. All right, we're almost at the end, guys. Armando doesn't believe that it'll hit 10,000 backers. Well, you know what, Armando, we're going to talk about that too. There's a lot of people who seem to have some concept that it's not going to make it. El Mascardo X. Hey, what's going on, El? Good to see you, my friend. Sorry, En Mascardo X. Good to see you, brother. I'm not going to be able to keep saying that over and over again, though. Pop Actor, Jay, get to the turn to talk already. This is suspenseful. We're going to do an unboxing first before we do that. Sergio, what's going on? Sergio Tarantini. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hello from Argentina, bro. Good to see you, my friend. I apologize if I messed up your name. Man, I'm not even going to attempt that. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. I'll try it. Trion Kaiju. Altiron Kaiju. I'm sorry, my brother. I tried, but good to see you, brother. You know what? Shoot, I gotta notice. Maybe I gotta go pick it up. Terrence, thank you so much for that. I will check tomorrow. I'll let you know right away. Thank you, Terrence. Addy boy, what's up, dude? What's going on, Addy boy? All right, I'm really gonna have to skip now. Let's see here. Kid must be keeping the Hatter awake. I think so. All right. Hold on. Let me see. Is there anybody else I haven't said hi to yet? I think we're good. Oh, here we go. Anthony Thomas. What's going on, Anthony? Just got my Boba Fett in disguise. Nice. Congrats, brother. Boba Wave. Bob Wave. What's up? What's up, Jay? Chatter? Sorry. What's up, Jay? Hatter and chat. Not much, brother. Good to see you. I'm glad that you're here. All right, so Ken has not joined us, and all right, Ken, I'm gonna start my unboxing. So ping me after it's done. All right, so Ken hasn't joined us unfortunately. So I think I should just go ahead and do the unboxing, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about Eternia, Thundercats, the whole 9 yards. All right, guys. So I'll be back shortly, and then we're gonna get started. All right. See see you guys in a little bit. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my gosh, guys. This is crazy. For those of you who've seen the YouTube short that I did earlier today, this is nuts. I literally walked into GameStop here over at Kingston in Ontario, which is it's about 35 minutes away from my house. And yeah, I was there picking up $5 Friday items. And at the front, I as I was picking things up, I saw this at the back. And I just asked the employees there, I was like, hey, can I take a look at that? And you know what? There it was. A Hero is Born 2-pack. This, of course, for all you fans of Transformers, all of you, everyone will know, this is in celebration of the Legacy Transformers, and of course it was a what's it called, the PulseCon exclusive for this year, and it celebrates the anniversary of Transformers. Just this wonderful scene. For anybody who actually watched the cartoon, this of course is that wonderful scene where Alpha Trion tries to save Orion Pax's life, but in doing so, he transforms him into Optimus Prime. This is just absolutely gorgeous. And for those of you who don't yet know, this is actually just a retooling of Scourge as the one of the sweeps, and this is Cup's original, I guess, mold. So basically, it's Cup and it's Scourge being reused as Alpha Trion, and of course Orion Pax. Just gorgeous. Now, this set is not cheap, as you can see. Canadian dollars, $99.99, $100 for this set. If you have the Edge membership, it goes down to $89.99, and that's exactly what I paid for this. Holy crap. Huge shout out to my good friend Will for picking this up for me. Thank you, Will. Really appreciate it. I didn't have a chance to pick it up at the what's it called, the GameStop that day. This one actually, Will and I met up, and I actually got it from him. So huge thanks, huge shout out to Will. Thank you again, Will, for picking this one up for me. Really appreciate it, brother. All right, guys. So let's take a look at the box. So here we can see, much like a lot of people have seen it at San Diego Comic-Con, we get to see Alpha Trion here, taking care of Orion Pax. If we tilt it a bit, we might be able to see a little bit more of the box. There we go. Sorry about the ring light, but there it is. Wonderful illustration here. Just gorgeous. This was one of the sets that I really wanted to get from PulseCon because it was a PulseCon exclusive, and I had no idea it was going to come to GameStop. Although we've had GameStop exclusives in the past, I didn't know that was going to be the case this year. They had no fanfare on it or any information on it at all. So it was a wonderful surprise to see this in person, and then of course for Will to have picked it up. Yeah, basically, Will picked this up for me like a few days ago because he said he found it in Newmarket, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, pick it up for me. I would love to get one." And then I saw it in person, so there was no point in me getting it at that location. This is the other side of the box. It is in fact Orion Pax. As we can see here, he's definitely been damaged. So yeah, that's Orion Pax on the operating table, if you will. So yeah, very, very cool illustrations, as I said before. Very neat. There's the back of the box. We can see Alpha Trion there, and again,
eagle-eyed Transformers fan will recognize that that's actually a sweep, possibly Scourge. And of course, this alt mode is 100% based off of Cup's design. We'll just tilt it a bit so we can see the whole thing. This is a wonderful package design. I do love it. And as a bonus, it comes with Vector Sigma and the key to Vector Sigma. Now, I do have to say, Vector Sigma is really, really small, but that's cool. I don't mind it. I mean, it's just a bonus, right? The fact that you even get that is pretty sweet. So, whoo, wow, what a collection. And then on this side, we do see Alpha Trion himself. Wonderful, wonderful collection. Guys, without further ado, let's crack this open. But just in case anybody was wondering, there's the Legacy box there from the front, and we'll just tilt it over here, and there is the other side of the box. You can see Orion Pack's leg right there, and there's a sticker here over the barcode. I don't know if that was intentional. I'm not even sure if they had a barcode underneath there to begin with, but if anybody's interested, there's the barcode. I don't know if it's going to help anybody because, again, it's a sticker. Kind of weird, but it is what it is. All right, guys, without further ado, let's crack this. Let's crack this open. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for a long time to do this. So, yeah, let's do this. Let's crack open the A Hero is Born 2-pack. There's my trusty knife. Thank you to Nikki for that. So we'll just go over here and we will make the first cut. Can't return it now. This is it, everybody. All right, so let's open her up. There we go. And I have a funny feeling that it's going to come out and just like explode on the table, so we'll try to avoid that. There we go. Ooh. There it is, everybody. That is how it comes in the box. The box has done its work, so we're going to get rid of that now. Thank you very much, box. Oh, just gorgeous. Look at this. So this is obviously Vector Sigma down here. We can see that. These are the accessories. That's Orion Pax there. Alpha Trion is huge. And I believe the instructions have actually fallen over. Yes, they have. Here we go. These are the instructions. A little bit of a warranty card. Attention. You guys can read that at your leisure. Tells you all the steps on how to transform Orion Pax. Very cool. I am terrible at transforming Transformers. Dex is a master at this stuff. Unfortunately, Dex is not here tonight, so there's the Alpha Trion set. If anybody's interested in taking a look at that. Very, very cool. Gotta love Transformers, man. Oh, yeah. Just awesome. All right. Let's take these guys out of the box and see what we're dealing with here, guys. This is going to be a lot of fun. Okay. All right. So this is the new way Hasbro's doing things, plastic-free packaging and all that jazz. So they basically tied everything together with strings. That's a new one. I think the first time I saw this was with Jetfire. Jetfire was the very first time I saw something like this, and I was amazed at how intricate that was. So with this one, I think we can just pull on this. Maybe not. All right, let's. I might have to take this off camera, but we'll try. We'll try the first time without it. So just loosen that. Looks like it's not that difficult after all. Yeah, imagine somebody just coming in and tying all these together. Seems exhausting. All right. Because these were done by hand. These were definitely not done by machines. These were done by hand. All right. There we go. Just gotta loosen that. There it is. Alphatron's gonna fall on his face. Gonna loosen that a little bit. Get to it in a second. And this one here. Loosen it like this. Okay, and then what I want to do, because I don't want Alphatron to fall, is I want to bring this back up to the front. Take that out. Take that out. And that. And then, it's like he's standing on that piece. We shall finagle out his back piece there. And then we'll pull him out very gently. There we go. And there we have Alphatron in his robot mode. Alright, we're going to keep him here. Stay there, Alphatron. Right. Get the strings out of the way. Alright, and then I'm going to do the same thing for Orion packs. We'll just loosen up some of these strings. There we go. Gonna have to get that later. And just knocked over Alphatron again. This one seems to be almost glued in. Hold on. This one's the stubborn one. There we go. That's it. All right. And that's all. That's all she wrote. There we go. Come here, Orion. There we go. Nice. I'm going to take these two out off camera because this is going to be annoying. Just take the... I love the fact they just like staple everything down. And then these ones are put together with tape. Yeah, I want you to know if this thing's been tampered with 100%. Alright, so that's the what's left of the packaging on that one. Wow, this one's a big one. Okay. Before Cybertron was, I was. A little bit arrogant there, aren't you, Vector Sigma? Just a tad arrogant. A bit of hubris. Enough. Alright, there we go. Box has done its work. And we shall let that sit over there. And there's Vector Sigma. So let's go ahead and finish unboxing this one. That's interesting. They actually almost tied it together as well. Alright, so we just kind of pull them out. Come on. There we go. Ooh, this thing's ruined. A big shiny gold ball! It is Vector Sigma, yeah. You can see inside there, it's all hollow. It's pretty cool. I wonder if you can open it up a little bit more. Does it come apart? Nope. It literally is just a Christmas ornament. All right, cool. Let him roll around a little bit. Honestly, it's just a glorified Christmas ornament. And over here, buddy. Get your stand and some weapons. Weapon stand. There we go. That's the stand portion of Vector Sigma. Sorry, that's the base. What am I talking about? So that's the base. Nothing fancy. Pretty cool. This is the stand. Neat. Put that up on here, I guess. There we go. Nice and snug. And we'll grab Vector Sigma here and put the round hole in the round peg. There we go. That's what she said. Okay, anyway. Gotta match it up just right. And there we go. Vector Sigma is standing on his own. So it comes with a couple accessories. We have the blaster for Alpha Trion. Very cool to see that. Wonderful detail. Kind of gappy, but that's okay. Not bad, not bad. Overall, anyway. Same thing on the other side. A little bit different. Then again, kind of the same. Very, very cool. Put that over there. Here we have Orion Pax's weapon. All cast in red. Very cool. It's basically Cup's weapon. Sort of. Attaches to the side when he's transformed. We also have I think they've made it look a little bit more like a communication device, but we all know that this is the snack dispenser for the Energon. Energon goodie. Without making any sudden moves, offer them an Energon goodie. This is getting expensive. Don't worry, they reciprocate. I thought they were supposed to reciprocate. And then we have the key to Vector Sigma. It's actually molded very much like the Masterpiece Edition. Very, very cool. Awesome. Okay, so we are done with the unboxing. I guess I'll show how the key works. So there's a slot at the top, which is really supposed to be more like this. But anyway, it just goes in there. You slot it in. And there you go. The key to Vector Sigma is in. How exciting. Okay, all right, Vector Sigma, there you go. Okay, and then we have... actually, you know what? We'll do him last. Let's take a look at Alpha Trion. So as I said before, this is basically just a remold, a reuse of Scourge, and you can basically tell it's Scourge. Like if you own one of the sweeps or Scourge, you can tell right away that this is definitely a remold of Scourge, repaint, redeco. But what they've done with it is incredibly well done. Of course, the best part about it is the face sculpt. Look at that face sculpt, just incredible. Wow. He really is one of the best molds of, examples of Alpha Trion. Seriously. There have been several Alpha Trions through the years, but I think, in my opinion, this is definitely one of the best ones that we've seen ever, really. I can't remember if the other ones were based off of Scourge as well, but this one really takes the cake. The head sculpt is completely different from Scourge. The body type, though, is pretty much all there. Now, Scourge has, and the sweeps have very long fingernails, and it looks like they've tapered them off here for Alpha Trion. They're not nearly as, pointy? They are slightly pointy, but they're not as bad, from what I remember, as the sweep. I wish I actually had him for some comparison time, but I don't. Dex has him. Love all the burgundy, purple, and It's not even white. It's more like an eggshell white. It's kind of an off-white. I love those colors. They really do stand out. And, of course, are very reminiscent of Alpha Trion from the cartoon. Not really much else to go over here other than the fact that, the paint is really well done. There are some thin places, like you can see a little bit of a thinness here in the paint. And some places where it's scuffed up a bit. You're not going to get a 100% perfect action figure out of the box. There is always going to be something to complain about, something else that you'll find. But for what it is, I think this is incredible. Absolutely. And of course, the design for the sweeps was actually very, very good to begin with. So, seeing Alpha Trion as he is here, absolutely incredible. Love it. Sweet. I think, honestly, I believe, just being me, I think Alpha Trion would have been a really good candidate for an RD figure, just going forward. Articulation wise, he his arms can go as far as that. This, if you watch a review with Scourge, this is nothing new, but yeah, he's got an elbow pivot right there, right. His arms go 360 degrees. Even these at the bicep swivel, they also go 360 degrees. The hands also articulate as well. Actually, they don't. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they were twisted. Oh, there they go. Yep, just a little stiff. So yeah, they twist as well. Very cool. And his legs, they can kick this far forward, nice and stiff. Right? And about, I'd say, yep, all the way back. You have to move his wings out of the way, though. Again, this is all the same as it is with the sweeps. His head is on a ball joint, so, you can twist it around. Right? He can go this way. His beard really hinders the ability to go all the way forward. And that beard is, of course, inherited from the sweeps as well. And, yeah, he's also got a knee bend. Goes about that much. He's even got a little bit of a toe hinge, but it goes forward only, not back, not forward, it goes down, not up, unfortunately. And he does have ankle tiltage. Very, very cool. Neat. Again, I think he would have been a really good candidate for an RED line. I think of all the characters, he definitely would have been a really good candidate for that. All right, we'll just stand him up a bit. Come here. There we go. And we'll put him aside. Oh, he's back heavy. He is really back heavy. Hold on. Yeah. There we go. He is really back heavy. Actually, you know what? I think the only way to do it is actually to spread them out like that. There we go. Yeah, you got to prop him up on something. I don't know. Oh, there he goes. Something's going on with... Oh, that's why. I don't have the heel spurs out. Sorry about that. Yeah, you gotta pull up the heel spurs. That's probably the main reason why that was happening. I was like, how come this guy's not actually standing up? So yeah, there we go. Now we can do the proper stand, because yeah, he had his heel spurs. There we go. He's still falling over. Okay, he really is back heavy. Come here, buddy. This is why you don't do Transformers live, because they tend to do this kind of thing. There we go. Let's see, maybe if I can do that now. Yep, that's it. All right. I finally got Vector Sigma to do his thing. So there you go. Sorry, Alpha Trion to do his thing. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now on to Orion Pax. So there he is, Orion Pax, the future leader of the Autobots. Incredible. He literally is basically just a repaint of, well, just like Scourge. He's a repaint of Cup. Love the head sculpt though. The head sculpt looks freaking incredible. Wow. Seems to be a little bit of paint. No, it's not really paint. No, it is. There's a tiny bit of paint missing from his eye, but that's because we're so zoomed in that I can finally see it. It's not that bad actually when you're just looking at it from the top, but it does give an added bit of realism. I mean, you know, he did come to Alpha Trion damaged, but you know, other than that, if you're a real stickler for that, it's something. Trust me, when you're looking from him from afar and not this zoomed in, like we're really zoomed in, he looks just fine. Yeah, he is just a total repaint of Cup. And you know what? He does have all the earmarks of Optimus Prime, the reds, the blues, the whites, right? Now, one thing, and I don't know if this was intentional or not. One thing I'm kind of just nitpicky. See the blue of his hands? That is a nice, shiny, metallic blue. But his head and his boots, they're cast in the plastic, and you think they could have just done a little bit more of a darker shade. That, I think, to me, is the one thing about this set that's a little disappointing. The blues are really, really too light. And it really is contrasting. His crotch piece is blue, his hands are blue, and are a different blue than his helmet. I'm going to call it a helmet. His head, and his feet. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. But does it detract from the figure overall? No, not really. Just like Cup, he is a bit gappy, but that's okay. I don't mind that. You're not going to, again. How do you pose your Transformers? You pose them from the front. That's the standard gimmick that everyone's going to say and use. He still does come with the same gimmicks. I mean, you can pull his arms off just like that. So yeah, and you know, it's sort of fitting when you think about it for a figure like Orion Pax, considering the fact that, of course, he came to Alpha Trion damaged. So that could definitely be a part of his mythos right there. Just like Cup, he has a full 360 on his arm. His arm goes out actually goes pretty far up. Right? He's pretty much Cup anyway. Has an elbow joint, goes way more than 90 degrees, so we can see there. He has a swivel joint, of course, on the bicep because you can actually take it off. His hands do articulate. Actually, they don't. No, they are in place. Yeah, that is in place. But I think the forearms, nope. It is just the bicep swivel. So, yeah, got to do with that what you will. His head is on a ball joint, so you can do the wiggly wagglies. I don't know who made up that term. Right, you can go pretty much 360 degrees all the way around. Very, very cool. You can look down this far and up this far. Pretty good motion there. Yep, not bad. He has a waist tilt. Very cool. And he can kick this far forward. And about that far back. Yep. He can really can. Soccer kick. The whole 9 yards. He can separate from this section. I'm not going to do that right now. His knee does bend. About that much. Very cool. Again, soccer kick. And for this unboxing, I'm not going to transform him because I am a terrible, terrible transformer. I just can't do it. All right, let's stand him up. Checking on his heel spur. Looks like he's fine. He also has a toe articulation, just like Alpha Trion, and I believe he does have. Yep, he's got the ankle tilts as well. Cool. All right, we'll just stand him up. Put him beside his creator. Only my maker would know how to do that. How do you know? Just an educated guess, Prime. But how Oh. And there you go. All right, guys. So here we go. This is Alpha Trion and Orion packs. Honestly, I am super excited about this. Again, they do have their weapons. I'm not going to bother putting them on. Just going to leave them here. Very cool set. Honestly, very, very happy with this. Can't tell you guys how long I've waited for this set. This is definitely one of those ones where I didn't even know this was going to be a thing until they announced it as an exclusive at PulseCon, and they look incredible, don't they? Holy crap, just beautiful! Wow, so exciting, guys! This is what I've been waiting for. You know, an anniversary set like this, a very a PulseCon exclusive, just great. Whew! Can't believe we got this early. Super excited that I found this at a GameStop and that Will was able to pick up a copy for me because this was amazing. Oh my gosh, guys. This is just such a pleasure. Can't believe once in a while, Canadians get the good stuff. So that's awesome. Great set for $100. No, you know what? I'm actually pretty pleased with this. I mean, what are they called now? A Voyager, this size right now in Canada, he's closer to $55-$60. So that's not a bad price for him. A deluxe right now is a whopping $38, almost $40. So yeah, and I think depending on the brand, it can be up to $45. So the two of them combined is already close to $90, and then this one as an added bonus. Yeah, $100 for this. I'm really happy with the price. So definitely pick this up if you have a chance. And if you've already pre-ordered this from Hasbro Pulse, congratulations. I believe they are due to ship in November. So not too long, guys. You'll be able to get these in your hands very, very soon. Guys, this has been amazing. What a wonderful unboxing. Holy crap. This is so much fun. All right, guys, let's get back to it. This is just amazing. Love it. All right, guys, let's get back to it.
Whew. All right, that was a lot of fun. Oh my god, that was crazy. Awesome set. Obviously, the one thing that really disappoints me in any regard is the way Orion Pax's head and his legs do not match the color of his, forgive me, his codpiece and his hands. I mean, like, let's just be honest. Consistency, Hasbro, consistency. All right, guys. So I wanted to start talking more about Eternia and about Thundercats and about Hasbro Pulse. And I have two guys with me tonight who are going to help me navigate through the sea of ridiculousness that is exclusives. I want to first one I want to welcome is, of course, Toy Connections. My good friend Ken. Ken, how are you, my friend?
Oh, that 2-pack of Orion and Alpha Trion was just, it's freaking awesome. I got mine coming from Pulse, and it's going to be shipping. Well, I ordered it at the same time with Serpentor to save on shipping because it's $26.99 for one box or $29.99 for both items. So I'm like, you know what? May as well make the best of it. Then I realized they're showing up in GameStop anyway. But like you said, we'll get it when we get it.
That's right. Splurge a little bit there, Ken. Splurge a little bit. Awesome. Good to see you, buddy. All right. And I have another friend, and don't give him too much of a hard time, guys. He came right from, I think somebody knocked out his teeth. So we got to be careful. We got to be very, very, he's sensitive now. He's sensitive. So, we just gotta cater to his needs. We're going to cater to his, I'm just kidding. Guys, please welcome Ray from Collecting Classics. Ray, how are you, buddy?
What's up, bud? How are you doing?
How you feeling, bro?
Oh man, not too bad. Just went into the dentist, just got that deep clean feel good, you know what I mean? And it was just it tires me out.
You're sporting the Yu Yu Hakusho. Nice. Good stuff. Love it. And what are you leaning on? I can see you're leaning on a box there.
Yeah. I opened this earlier in the week, but it was so briefly. So I figured since I have the time, I was just gonna open it up right here and just enjoy it while we chat about the He-Man stuff. What's up, Ken? It's I think it's our first exchange here. Nice to meet you.
First real-time exchange, and I just realized that I had not followed you back on Instagram yet, so that's now been rectified as of about 30 seconds ago. So
Cool.
I was like, I know this on Instagram.
Yeah,
So there we
thanks,
go.
man. I appreciate it.
There we go. Yeah, first exchange, like first real-time exchange at least. So I think we may have commented on each other's stuff in the past, just on social media.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So tonight is going to be a spirited review. First of all, Ken's already given his small take on that. What did you think about the Alpha Trion set there, Ray?
I think it's cool. You know, I haven't gotten too much into the Transformer lines. I'm a little more focused on Hot Wheels and MOTU, along with Minerals. I know that's a little bit not toys, but those are the collections that we're in. And I think it's fun. You know, I especially like when they add the little additions. You know, I think those are the best part sometimes, because overall in the big collection we see the, you know, the big stuff, but it's the little stuff that also makes it. So I think that was a cool addition. The little disco ball, as you called it.
Well, if so, for those of us who aren't Transformers fan, you got to understand, Vector Sigma is supposed to be like he's like a tiny. Well, actually, that's really the bad example, but he's literally the size of a room. He's a gigantic disco ball room. Like, he's huge. He's absolutely massive. So looking at him at such a diminished size, I'm sort of like thinking that that's when he actually shut down. I think that's the only thing I can think of, right? But you know, Ken, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, like,
without Vector Sigma, there is no aerial bots, right?
True.
As per that those episodes. Now, if I wasn't a Transformers fan coming in, I would automatically, and Jay, it's only going to take me a minute to talk wrestling, right? So I'm thinking Disco Inferno and Disco Fever from 19. If I didn't know anything about Transformers, I would have just started rocking out to that. Yeah. You couldn't hear me backstage yelling about the heel spurs on the because now, mind you, to be fair, I looked back here what was going on with my Scourge, because I was like, there's got to be a way to make that stand. There we go. Yeah. I didn't know offhand either until I looked.
I felt like an idiot. I was like, why is this guy not standing up? And finally I was like, oh God, the freaking heel spurs. I was like, and I figured Ken's gonna be mad at me because he's gonna be like, what the hell, man? Just pull up the heel spurs. I figured.
I didn't know offhand, like, I had to turn around and look, and I'm like, okay. I wouldn't have known either on camera.
Absolutely. All right, so gentlemen, let's get back into the swing of things. You know what? Let's go off the beaten path a little bit. Ken, this is your first time back in a while.
It's been a few months, yeah.
Yeah. This whole week, what has been the number one thing that's been on your mind, top of mind? Why don't you start us off?
How quick will it take Eternia to fund? Because I think it will, and I know that's at the top of a lot of people's mind. Sure. And also, like, going back and forth. I mean, the price is the price, but there's so much polarizing opinions about whether or not it's worth it, how it is compared to other HasLabs and Mattel Creations stuff. Though, to be fair, Mattel Creations only has ever done the WWE New Generation ring. That's the only other thing they've done. My prediction of the price was pretty much, I thought it was going to be $500, because I said, take the New Generation ring, which is $250, times it by 2, you get $5. Turned out to be $550. You know, I am not deep into Origins myself, and I got enough to back in this world. I got a big Robo-Skull coming next year sometime. I got a Sky Striker coming in from HasLab. I don't have room to display my G.I. Joe flag and Terrordrome, so I wasn't going to go in on the Eternia anyway. But it's one of those things that you watch it, and it's kind of like a sign of the times. This is where we are. Should we be happy that we just get one? Or do we need to bulk at the price and say, oh, why isn't it, $100 less? I don't know where I fully stand with that. Grudgingly, I'm of the mindset of I'd rather have the option for people to buy it than not, even if it's $550. But I'm not firm on that. I'm like 60-40 on that. You know what I mean? Like 60-40 leaning to having some gratitude towards it. You know.
Yeah, you know what? Ray and I have talked about this at length, and I made it sort of a whole video on it. It's my opinion that people should be able to choose what they want. I think that's for me. That's where it really lies.
Yeah. Yeah, Pixel Dan said something similar on his video recently too. He's like, I'm not going to tell you folks what to do, but I backed it. That's kind of how he said it, and he broke it down really well too, because I think he may have been at the influencer event that they did, or was he not? Maybe. Anyway,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was, because he was able to take footage from the room. So yes, yeah.
So you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about it then. Ray, what are your thoughts about Eternia thus far? And then we're going to check on Eternia after you give your thoughts.
All right, here we go. As you guys know, I got a wall of MOTU right here, looking like the North Wall, and it's it's one of those things. I have to agree with Ken on that sentiment. You have to look at the price and go, we kind of projected that it was going to sit around 450, 500. And we're sitting right at the tip of 550. Now you add those surcharges and taxes, and depending on where you're at, you're looking at a lot more. So it is a bit cringeworthy, and you do kind of have to ask yourself, well, could this have been a little bit cheaper? Could we have dropped it $100 less? The simple fact is Mattel needs to recoup that money for tooling, packaging, art design, graphics. There's a whole team and crew behind this, so they have to make that up somehow, and that's coming right out of the product. I'm all in. I went 2 feet, head first, 2 feet up, and I'm watching the numbers in suspense. It is, like Ken said, the sign of the times, but against other projects like the HasLab Ghost Rider, it's like comparing chicken nuggets to a filet mignon, because it's just not the same thing. Marvel simply puts out too much material in the year, where this has had 40 years to gain steam and gain appeal and interest, and now we're seeing that not as high of numbers or fast of numbers as we'd like, but we are seeing it steadily move towards that goal to launch. Don't leave that moat monster out in the cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Considering he was molded in originally. So I'll give my thoughts, and then we're gonna double check on the actual backing. There are a lot of questions, and we're gonna cover a whole bunch of stuff. Originally I had said at one point that I was confident, and I was sort of confident that there would be some payment plans, because every other product they have on the site offers a payment plan. Come the day of, no payment plan for whatever reason. It was removed, and to that we're gonna get into that. I wanted to just cover to talk on that. We are gonna get right into that, and then there's the question of the actual charges. So Ray's already experienced a little bit of this, but we have actually got some confirmation, and I think Ray will definitely give us some insight into that. And it's very important, because a lot of people, in many ways, a lot of people's decisions hinge on the price at that stage. Having said that, let's take a quick look at where we are with Eternia right now. So, guys, we are currently sitting at 3,721 backers, which is exactly 74% funding. We'll just hit refresh to be sure. Oh, it's actually gone up. 3,738 backers. So this is one of the things that I wanted to touch on, because I have several people who have been messaging me and have made predictions on this. And I'm not against what they're saying, but I will say that I'm surprised. Comments like this have already arisen, but there are a lot of people talking about this, and you know what? It's top of mind, and I think that Robbie Reyes really brought this to the forefront. What am I talking about? Well, I've been getting messages from a lot of people saying this is not going to back. A lot of people, I got a number of people telling me that. And that was surprising me to the nth degree. Or the other comment was, I think we're only going to get Eternia. like, you know, it's gonna be 10, it's gonna be 5,000, maybe 6,000, and that maybe 6,000, and that's it. So first of all, what are your thoughts, guys? You know, because that shocked me. Those two sentiments, those two sentiments kind of shocked me.
It's not what you want to hear. I'll be honest. It's not something you look forward to hearing. It's not as exciting and glamorous as some predictions have been made, saying, you know, oh, it'll back the first day. But, you know, we did see great numbers day one. I think 3,000 was a great jump. Again, we have to look at the timeline, right? We have 26 days going on 25. And right now where we sit at what, 74%, we look good.
Yeah.
You know, and we might not be getting an Eklar. I'll say that. But what you do have is you have interest and flow dynamics that happen, i.e. the FOMO at the end. There is a surge on paydays. There is a surge at the end of closing dates. So that does take effect, and we have to be mindful of that. I am aware that this has potential to maybe get to the moat monster, but Eklar is a reach, and that's where I stand on it. Ken?
Oh man. Sorry, I'm just saying hi to T Fan Page 101 on the because I just saw him about 2 weeks ago on in Victoria. So, but I caught all of that, and the moat monster is a really neat ad, and I see people are calling him Moti already. They're already like naming him. Think about Eklar. Sorry, Keklar, right?
Keklar, yeah.
Keklar, yeah. Because it's one of the elders, that's one of those like deep cut kind of characters. It's the kind of thing that you would have expected to see in Masters of the Universe Classics. And I don't think we got him. Right. Now I got into Classics late, so I grant you there's is it possible I missed him, but I don't think we ever got him. I'm gonna say this. The Sky Striker was not funded on the last day going into the last day. Then there was that whole FOMO effect, and it unlocked 2 tiers going up.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that second tier was 16,000 or something. So like you went from not funded to suddenly 16,000.
Yeah, that's huge.
Right. So I think this is going to fund, I'm not going to say easily, hands down, slam dunk, but way more likely than not, you know. And as for the price thing, I think last week Geek Dad Life put together, I think one of their, I forget his name, one of the individuals on their Discord server put together a comparison between the the original Grayskull to the original Eternia, and kind of scaled the price between them, and basically landed that 550 is about where it should be. Now, on the flip side of that, is there something to be said that Mattel is selling as direct to consumer? They're not selling it for the wholesale price and then marking it up. They're sort of just giving us the retail price and banking the difference. There's always going to be that side of the coin, which is why I thought it would be less than 550. But did I think it was going to be something ridiculous like 350? No. In my mind, it was always going to land between 450 and 600. Right.
Yeah.
So, right.
Yeah. So, speaking of the TF fan page, there he is. So, you know, I totally agree with both of you. And Jarhead says that I thought it was going to be 24 hours. No, actually, I said 2 days. I said 48 hours. It was actually,
yeah. That's what we were saying, Jay, in the chat. We were saying, oh, 2 days for sure, but because the first projection, it shattered, dude. I was like looking at $3,000. I was like, oh, okay, this is great. And by Friday, for sure.
It was actually Jay and John from Geek Dad Life who said by the end of day, and I was like, I don't think so. I just couldn't see it happening.
Yeah, they're mixing up one J with another. So
yeah, exactly. I think that's probably exactly what happened. The Dreadhead says, Eternia, we should be fine, but I'm worried that we won't get the moat monster now. So let's discuss that. Here's the thing, and I think that a lot of us forget this now. I think the Hess tank really skews people's memories a lot. Prior to the Hess tank, okay, the idea, okay, no, you know what? Let's go even further back than that. Prior to the Hess tank, and I think Galactus. You know what? Actually, I'm also going to throw in the Sentinel there too.
Yeah.
Prior to those, Actually, I think it was the Sentinel, not Galactus. Prior to the Sentinel and the His Tank, 3-day fundings were never heard of. Nothing had been funded before those three hit the market. I think most of these major projects, it would take a week. And that's a good day. That's on a good project. And in some cases, it came down to the wire. A really good example of that is the Sky Striker. The Sky Striker was pretty much it had pretty much plateaued. Now, I have a problem. I have a reason for that too. Haslab's got to stop doing this. They've got to stop putting two freaking Haslabs in the same week. Fighting against each other. They've done that twice now, right? They've done it with the Rancor and the Sky Striker,
and the Proton Pack was the same time too.
Sorry, that's right. That was insane.
Three.
That was three. You were absolutely right, Ken. That was 3 projects at the same time. So the Proton Pack was guaranteed because the price was just astronomically cheap compared to what you would do if you had to build one of those things. And then one of those other 2 projects was going to suffer. We already knew that, and it ended up being both of them suffered. But then one finally dropped off the map. Oop, wrong one. One of them finally dropped off the map, and then the other. I know you're laughing at that one, Ken. One of them finally dropped off the map, and the other one picked up the slack. But the other one picked up the slack not because the other one dropped off the map. The other one picked up the slack because they knew what to do. They pivoted right. They recognized, unlike other teams, they recognized that they were in trouble, and they said, "Screw it. Here's 2 flight commanders and a freaking Mickey Mouse Coco. Holy crap! Everything and a sticker pack and whatever, right? Oh my god! Talk about throwing the farm at it, right?
Right.
Right? And
when they already have the means to.
Yeah. And we got so close, right at the end. It was the last 4 days, just like Ken said. It was the last 4 days. And then we got so close to mustard and ketchup, it was ridiculous.
I love how that name is caught on now. Mustard and ketchup. I love how it's caught on now.
Oh, it caught on. It caught on. So watch my screen. It was so funny.
I think I did catch part of it last year on it. So the thing about that, when they pivoted, they added those 3 figures. So there's the thought process is, okay, so you were holding out on us all along. There's that thought process, but also they added it in so late, you didn't really have time to think. You're just like, okay, I'm in now. Because what is a vintage Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander cost? Probably the price of that entire $229 package that you're getting. Right? And because this just because they're re-releasing this is basically a reissue, well, this is going to be limited run as well, right? Jay, you'll understand this analogy, and Ray, you might as well, maybe. But like, you look at something like a Diaclone Ultra Magnus. When they did the reissue of that like 15 years ago or whatever, that price was a couple $100. Good luck trying to get even the reissue now. Right, and the same thing's going to happen with this Mickey Coco, let alone the Night Force Ripcord. How much did vintage Night Force go for? Don't you think every Night Force fan of the world is going to want to add that Ripcord to their collection?
Yeah,
right.
Well, you say that, but they just announced Diaclone Ultra Magnus on the Legends line. Right?
Oh yeah, I was talking about the G1 reissue.
Okay,
from like 15 years ago, right? Which is the same mold, but yes.
Yeah, 100%. But again, what's old is new again, right? Everything's being refreshed, right? This new multiverse idea for Legends, right? It's getting crazy now, right? Like they're pulling from every facet of the Transformers multiverse, right? Which is the whole reason. And we're talking Transformers, and look who it is. It's TFM page 101. What's going on? What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
And like you said, Ken, it's exactly that. It's capitalization on the FOMO nation. And it's really taking advantage of that at the end and adding stuff in. So, I think you could see ketchup and mustard with Eternia if they'd run out of options. They got to do something.
Well, hold on, and this is where So now that we're all acclimated to what's happening right now, Wheeldog goes on to say, "I don't know if they were going to hit 10,000 though. I think around 8K is going to be the cap."
In Gwildor's voice.
But I disagree, and I'll tell you why. Okay, the reason I started off by saying we've become accustomed to certain things is that before these three projects hit their mark within 3 days, the reality is most projects were funded in a week, sometimes even a month. Right now, Mattel Creations is unique in so much that we're accustomed to the HasLab system where they do a month and a half. I believe is the case, right? It's actually it's actually a little bit longer than a month, whereas Mattel is only giving us 28 days. But, and this is very important, there are two factors running parallel right now. At 8,000 backers in the first week. Whoever. Oh, by the way, I want to clarify this now. This is something that a lot of people are saying incorrectly. So Jay over at, holy crap, too many J's in this community, but that's okay. I love it. Jay over at Toy News International on his stream a few days ago said that we're going to lose Grayskull. Okay, and that's not true. Okay, understand this, guys. That's not true.
It's for everybody in the first week that backs it.
That
Grayskull.
They did the exact same thing with the Macho Man last year in the new generation.
Yes, everyone. Because here's the main problem. Here's the main problem we're encountering right now. Mattel's wording on their site is ambiguous as hell. It is so confusing, and actually, it has so much room for miscommunication. It's not even funny. Which also leads to the confusion that Jay and John have actually made on the stream that I was on. But I didn't have enough information at the time to even, retort. It basically, they were mentioning on their stream that they're scared that at 5,000 backers, because of the wording on Mattel's website, that once they hit funding, everyone's card will be charged. So once they hit 5,000, everybody's card will charge. But people have called Mattel and have asked, when is the money supposed to come out? Actually, I'm gonna let Ray finish this sentence, because Ray, why don't you tell us your story? That way people can understand what's going on.
So at 9 a.m. I was live on Collecting Classics on Instagram, and we were doing a live buy. I bought it probably within the first minute, and then we noticed almost immediately they had taken the money. Now, what had happened was they're taking that money as a verification authorization, and that's to verify that your account has the money and that you are indeed a physical, actual buyer that they can pull the money from upon that. Again, that ambiguous wording we talked about online, either on the 9th and when it launches. But this is the standard practice in banking, and they just pull it to verify, and that goes back within 4 to 5 days. So if you see that happen in your account, don't worry. I don't know what is to happen if you don't have the money and you buy. I don't know.
And this is the thing. So obviously, Ray, where Ray's getting this information is today. Upon finding out that that's what happened, many of us in our group chat told Ray, give them a call, because they've got to clarify this for you. Yeah. And Ray called them, and this was the clarification that was given. So I encourage everybody out there who has had this same experience, call Mattel. Make sure that they give you the exact same information, that it's a 3 to 5 day hold, and then basically the money will be returned to your account. Because
the bank is aware of this as well. The bank is also aware that that's what's going on as well.
It's a standard practice of I think a lot of people will recognize that Target does this a lot, and as a matter of fact, Target's annoying because they will take the money out, they'll put it back, then the next day they'll take it out again, and that's the problem. They keep doing this weekly cycle, and then the one day that you don't have enough money in the account, they cancel your order, which is ridiculous. And that's why a lot of people have this hate relationship with Target, and it's just absolutely ridiculous.
But it's a credit card, so they can't ping or are they pinging the limit?
I believe, but some people are using Visa debit.
Oh, okay. Okay,
yeah, that's the other problem, and I think that seems to be the biggest situation. There's the second factor now. What also might be hindering people is this uncertainty, right? That we're talking about. Like, people just don't know when the money's going to be taken out. They need to be more clear about this, because a lot of people are just like, when is the money being taken out? And unless you give them a call, they actually do not tell you with 100% certainty. And you know what? It's they're leaving the onus up to the consumer to make that decision, and that's fine. So I have a couple of comments here, and I think that many of them are actually right on point. Clarence, good friend of the channel, says it's a weird thing. I do own an original Eternia, and I display it sometimes, but I'm mostly worried about damaging it with how old it's aged. Now, I brought this up multiple times in the past, and a used example, an open example of Eternia vintage can go anywhere between 500, like missing parts too. Actually, mostly missing parts can go anywhere from $500 to $1,000. That's missing parts.
And that's broken and missing parts.
Yes.
I've heard that they only made 4,000 vintage Eternias.
You know what? I'm scared about that. I don't know if that's actually true. How can there be 4,000 in the world? I mean, like, we have some up here in Canada. Usually,
well, again, you got to think about kids that grow up and their moms throw their toys away. It ends up in a landfill in Detroit. It just gets parted out. And Jay, we saw the infamous pizza box for $1,500. I mean, I don't disagree with that. I think there might have been a little bit more, but you also have to keep in mind that was kind of at the decline of the MOTU success.
It was not even a decline; it was dead.
So they were not only in danger, but they had to come up with ideas quick. And maybe to safeguard that, they could only roll out X amount of units to protect their ass on the back end. Because hey, if it doesn't succeed, which it didn't, which we know that it didn't. So the fact that we're here 40 years later, as it's now a holy grail, it really makes you wonder: am I getting a good deal at the price point of $550 with new tooling, new molding, new plastics, heavier shipping, heavier manufacturing costs?
King Grayskull,
all the addeds, all this bonus, and you combine that cost, and you go, okay, it's all $550 for you in Canada, Jay, $1,250. But against the grain of what that would cost in today's market for a vintage with softer plastics, brittle monorails, a worn out box, with no King Grayskull and no additives, you're staring down the barrel of $2,000 plus. So it makes sense to jump now. Like, it's the better Eternia. Why wouldn't you?
The reality, like, if we put apples to oranges here, and unfortunately we have to, because it is apples to oranges. Let's just be perfectly honest about that.
Unless you're a straight vintage collector, this does not apply to you, right?
That is 100% different. But the truth is, you are in a losing battle. Okay, none of these things are all disposable. All right, and eventually they're going to start making them out of vegetables. So it's a losing battle either which way. I mean, like, this is where we're left at. So you have to just wonder: are you willing if you want a complete? Okay, so, like, just to finish off the idea, incomplete broken, $5 to $1,000. Right?
It's terrible. It's almost laughable to hear it now.
Complete example, which could fall apart at you at any time. $1,500 to $2,000, right? In box, whether it's pristine or not, it's $2,500 to $4,000.
There was a report at PowerCon that there was one in box for $8,000.
That's what I'm saying.
There's mint. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I checked. There's some idiot online on eBay asking $25,000 for an unopened example.
Oh, sealed.
Unopened and perfect corners. All that jazz. That's ridiculous. No, like that's a guy flexing on eBay. That's stupid.
I know it sounds heavy. And kind of like, oh, what the hell? But then you have to just look at the bigger picture of it and go, okay, in a year and a half, what does this look like? When I get this in 24, what's this going to look like when the MOTU line keeps just growing and growing? We're going to have Snake Mountain. We're going to have Rise of the Snake Men. Plus, you got the Massiverse stuff. And if this stuff lines up, like you said, Jay, with 7-inch figures at the brim, maybe the tippy top, right?
Yeah.
You do have options for all those lines and those figure collector demographics. So I think it looks pretty good. And I'd go in now if you could.
The thing about Eternia is it needs to be displayed as it was at San Diego Comic
Yeah.
Con, which is a whole bunch of characters fighting around it, right? You don't need somebody climbing the tower or any BS like that. And
Yeah.
with 7-inch characters around it, it looks incredible, right? It will look incredible, right? So it doesn't matter. It'll fit any scale line you want.
Yeah.
Space Cowboy says Eternia is pretty much guaranteed to back at least 5,000, since online retailers have yet to make their bids. You know what? That's actually a good point. There's a lot more people involved at this stage. And just to finish off my original point, right now, by the end of this first week funding, I can guarantee you, everybody and their mother is going to hit FOMO, and we're going to see a ton of bids at the end.
Absolutely.
Of this, right?
Absolutely.
100%. That's guaranteed. Then you have another 3 weeks for everybody who's sitting on the fence to bid their time, right? And just watch what happens. And just like every single other crowdsourced project that has ever happened, within the last 3 days, just like what Ken said, in the last 3 days, miracles just come out of the woodworks. Like, people lose their minds. It's just ridiculous.
So Ken, you're getting one, eh? You're gonna get one, eh? Is that what I just heard?
I'm laughing at Matt Hatter's comment in the chat. He goes, when you said 25,000, he goes, "Hey, that's my auction." I'm just laughing at that. It's funny. I just commented on something on his yesterday. While on this stream, he replied that comment, and now he's in the chat. So I think he's got a newborn, so he's up right now. So
Matt Hatter doesn't sleep. He's like the rest of us.
he's like you. He doesn't sleep, Jay. Like, I swear.
It's not like you who's on Vancouver time. You know what I mean? Like, what time is it over there? It's only like
it's 11. It's 11:30. Funny, because when you asked me to come online, I was lying down about to get some shut eye, and I'm messaging. You're like, "Hey Ken, you want to come in?" I'm like, "All right." Grab the webcam, grab the microphone, grab the Chromebook, close the doors, go to the display.
And then
I'm about to pass out literally when you said that. I'm like, "Yeah, but am I really gonna say no to Mega J on Friday when I don't have to work the next day?"
and then he sits for a half an hour waiting for him to finish my review.
Yeah, but that was a great spot to be. Yeah. Oh, by the way, can you flash up the branding with the pin with the names at the bottom?
Yeah.
Mega J. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Brand. Here we go. Sorry, I don't usually stream, like, these days I don't stream. Hey, where'd it go? Did that work? Wait a second.
Oh, you may have to pull the comment off the screen first.
Okay, give me 1 second. Hold on. I lost my place. Where am I?
But yeah, just to go back to what Jay said.
There we go. Okay.
Just to clarify, because that might have gone really fast for some people. You don't have to clear the 5,000 to obtain the King Grayskull. You just have to be a buyer in that first week.
Right.
So if everybody decided that we got into the 10,000 number in the first week, then everybody would reap the benefit of King Grayskull. I think that only applies to King Grayskull. It doesn't really have a time limit for 5,000, 8,000, or 10,000, just that it meet the requirement of the 28 days. So we're on going on 25 coming up here, so we got plenty of time,
Yeah, TFM page. Okay, I think this is a question for Ken. TFM page. If I might ask, is that a G1 twin cast?
Oh, twin cast. Sorry, I'm thinking twin twist. Oh my goodness, it's a reissue. That right there, that's a, oh my goodness, good eye. T-Fan page. That is a reissue of the twin cast, of the original of the 87 twin cast. Sorry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so and this is where we are right now, and there are a lot of people like asking so many different questions. One of the other questions that's been coming up lately is, will they charge you at 5,000? Like, as soon as it hits 5,000, meaning as soon as it's backed, right? Will they charge everybody's card? And I believe I can safely say the answer is no. The wording on the site is quite confusing, and let's just go ahead and bring that up. So it says right here, and this is where all the confusion lies, right? It says here that, okay, first of all, let's cover a few let's cover a few of the other points. So right here it says, and this is where, again, one more time, this is where a lot of people are getting confused. Early backer bonus: when Eternia Playset is funded, all orders received between 10, 12, and 1019 will receive the King Grayskull figure, a key to the history and mysteries of Eternia. So no matter what, people are going to get King Grayskull regardless, whether it funds next week or not. Because I think a lot of people, Jay from Toy News International, literally said to everybody, "No, you're not going to get it unless we hit the funding next week." No, that's not true. As long as the project gets backed, everyone who backed it between 10/12 and 10/19. So Ken, there's the answer to your question. The last day to get Grayskull is 10/19.
Yeah.
So that's I think we can all agree on that. Okay. Now the one that's really confusing people is this line right here. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. Here it is. No, that's not it. Where is it?
It's amazing how many people are so into the moat monster. It's
he's got his own following now.
Oh man,
he's got his own
it's amazing.
He's got his own Facebook page. He's a celebrity.
MOTU.
Okay, here we go. This Master Universe Origins Eternia playset can and any unlocked extras will only be made for backers who join before 11/9. Seize your chance and take the part in this epic crowdfund today. But wait, that's not the one. Where is it that says? Hold on. I said King Grayskull, right? No, there was a bit of wording where people were just so confused and they were scared exactly how it was going to work. And I wonder if they changed it. Where is it here? It said something to the effect of, I think it's now I remember. It's in the FAQ. That's why I can't find it here, because it's in the FAQ.
Fair enough.
All right, so here we go. FAQ. All right, what is crowdfunding? How does it work? Here it is. No, that's not here. When will I be charged? This is where all the confusion comes from. So guys, let's read this together and try to figure out exactly when you get charged. All right. So I'm going to read this once, and then everybody try to figure this out. No worries. You won't actually be charged unless the campaign reaches the minimum goal of 5,000 backers by 11/9/22. The pre-order amount will show as pending on your credit card. When the campaign succeeds, your payment will then be processed. There's the problem. So let's finish this. If it doesn't succeed, your pre-order will be canceled and the pending charge will disappear. So everyone's confusion here, including Jay and John over at Geek Dead Life, is it says when the campaign succeeds. The problem with that wording is the campaign succeeds at 5,000, does it not?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are concerned that as soon as the campaign succeeds, right? This is the problem. Your card will automatically be charged the full amount. So the concept is that if it had funded in the first 2 days, you would automatically be charged the full amount on the second day when it funded, right? But so Ray, what's your understanding of this? So actually, I'll ask you both. What do you guys feel? What do you guys feel with this idea? What does it mean to you?
I'm gonna let Ken go first. I don't want to rant about it too much, but it's just basically subjective. That's what I'm going to say. It's pretty subjective.
Yeah, what does it mean to you?
Okay, so is there not an option to back out of it, just like when you back out of it?
So
okay.
now we come to the idea of cancellations.
Okay.
Right. So where's cancellations?
It was right below. It was 2 paragraphs below it. Right there.
Yeah.
Do you accept refunds or cancellations?
Cancellations. So let's read this, and maybe this will understand as well.
You have to call them. Okay.
Yeah. You may cancel your pre-order during the campaign period by calling the customer service at 1-800 Monday through Friday. Please note holidays may vary after the campaign period. There's the wording that we really need to understand. After the campaign period ends on 11/9/22, there will be no refunds or exchanges. And you know what?
So that right there kind of stamps what they're saying with those 2 dates. They're verifying right here on the cancellation. This is the last day for the campaign, whether it succeeds or not. If it succeeds, any money after that for any refunds or exchanges will not be accepted. It will pull in order to meet that minimum quantity that they have to reach to have this campaign launch. So there's the definitive line. I think Ken's right. It coincides with when will I be charged and when is the refund date. They kind of say it right there.
So that's just it, right? And when it says up there, when the campaign succeeds, it's like, okay, hold on. I understand you got some momentum right now, but don't you mean if, not when?
Right.
First
Right.
off, it's if, not when. I understand it might be a foregone conclusion in some minds, and I kind of read it as not when the campaign succeeds, but when the campaign concludes, which would be on 11/9.
Right.
But since they're saying you can only cancel your pre-order by calling customer service, because it's not like HasLab. When I went to cancel a HasLab one time, you could just cancel off the site. You have to call anybody, right? Ramen Toy put up a comment in the chat basically saying, is it like when you go to a hotel, and this just happened to me when I went to Victoria and saw T Fan Page 101 and hung out with him for a bit, that when you go to a hotel, they charge you, they pre-authorize that charge, and then it doesn't actually go through until you've checked out, right? Now, usually they do that in case there's damage to the room for the room deposit. That's usually why they do it. I don't know why they're doing it here for Eternia, what it is, right? If it's maybe we can sit on some interest for a few days or something.
No, they don't actually gain interest in that short amount of time.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, again, we've gone at length to try and figure this out. But I think that I think the problem here is the wording. It's poorly structured. I think that they're leaving a lot of room for interpretation, and unfortunately, a lot of people are interpreting on the side of caution. And I think because of that, a lot of triggers are not being pulled. So there's another point to why things are not going nearly as quickly. However, I still maintain this is going way faster than most crowdsourced projects ever. Like most crowdsourced projects don't even reach 75% funding within the first week. Like,
look at Unicron. Did Unicron need a 30-day extension? Yeah.
Unicron failed.
Basically failed.
Unicron, no, basically it did fail. I know because I was there.
It failed, and then they extended it. They went into overtime.
It's the only reason why it worked, because you know what? It was announced so quickly. Nobody had any time to plan. Right? It's not like now where they tease you, and then they drop it on you. No, back then, I swear to God, within 2 weeks, they said, "Hey, we're going to launch this thing," and everyone's like, "What? What are you talking about? How much?"
Yeah.
Right? And it was like I think it was $450, something crazy. Right?
570. Wasn't it 5 something? Wasn't it 575?
Again, it's been a while, right? I can't even remember. God, I don't know how much I spent on these things. I mean,
but here's another example. Looking at value too. Look at that product. And look at the time that has gone by since its launch, and look how much value it's gained, right? It's substantially more than when it launched. That's what's going to happen with Eternia too. So people wondering, oh, is it good value? I've been seeing that meme. I don't know, maybe you guys saw it with the Mondo cat of Drake, like, no, to Eternia. And then he's like, oh, Mondo. It's like, well, I don't really feel those two things are in the same environment at all. Yeah, they're MOTU release, and Jay, like you said earlier, why do we love you? Why do we hate you? It's for these reasons, because it came on the back end of Eternia's launch. It's a direct competitor to that product, almost being a difference of just $50. And I'm seeing a lot of people say, "Oh, well, I'm going to go for the Mondo because it's more valuable," and it's like, actually, it's not. You just have to look at this product and just call it what it is, and it's Eternia. You might as well jump, because like here in a year and a half, when it does launch and end up on your doorstep, it's already doubled in value.
Oh God, exactly. But here's the thing, and I maintain this a lot. I don't collect for value, right? I don't collect for value,
right?
But that's just me, right? I know for a fact people are buying 3 of this. Like I know that sounds crazy, but I know that people are buying 3 of these things. One, and it's the collector rule: 1 to keep, 1 to collect, and 1 to open. I mean, that's the collector rule, right? But not everybody's like that, and not everybody can drop down $1,600 on 3 Eternias like that. That's just, like, to me, that's just like absolutely ludicrous. But some people have that availability. TF fan page asks, I don't know if this was skipped, but is it all right to ask to join? Oh, okay. Well, shoot, I didn't even know. All right, I guess sure. Why not? Let me actually. Ken, do you have? I don't have.
I haven't messaged him in a while.
Yeah.
In a while, but I can send him I can send Brian a link.
Yeah, I can't see. I have him on my thing, but I can't find. Like, it's going to take me a while to find Brian.
That's fine. I'll take care of it.
You want to just send him a link? All right. We'll
I'll send it to him. I'll send it to him on Facebook.
Sure, we'll have Brian join us. Sorry about that, Brian. That I didn't like. The chat gets away from me a lot. All right. Let's. Here's what we're gonna do with this. We are presently looking at the precipice of being funded. Like, I think we can all agree on that, right? We're practically there. And you know what? Let's just pour salt on some wounds here.
Oh my gosh.
The HasLab.
Oh gosh, we both cringe.
Yeah, I think everybody just did a collective, shudder. The HasLab Engine of Vengeance. It was going up for a second, and then it literally just lost momentum and started going down again. It is all the way now. Here's some perspective. The last time I talked about this, it was as high as 5,202. And I say high because it was as high as 6,000 at one point. And now we're all the way down to 5,149. If I hit refresh, 16 days left to go, 21 hours, 9 minutes, 5,149 backers. It has steadily declined ever since the end. This is what's crazy. It has steadily declined ever since the announcement of Madeline Pryor. I guess boobs don't really do anything when it comes to common sense here. What are your guys' thoughts on this? This is just, oh my God, guys!
You have to make something that people want and get excited about, and this was a direct miss. And that's all I'm going to say.
Look, all love to these new wave of characters, but Robbie Reyes has not been. He's not a legacy identity of Ghost Rider. Most people is either Johnny Blaze or Daniel Ketch. I mean, you look at the Flash, Barry Allen or Wally West, right? And I forgot the name of the Golden Age Flash. Was I forget. Someone will say it in the chat, but like whoever the Kid Flash was after Wally West or the multiple Kid Flashes that have come in, that's what Robbie Reyes is, and that's being generous, given that Robbie Reyes is a 2014 incepted character. And then
there's Impulse, right? And there's
there's Brian. Brian,
hello.
haven't seen you. Yeah, haven't seen you in a whole 12 days.
Yeah, God, it's been so long.
Good to see you, Brian. How's it going out there? You guys?
How you doing, Brian?
It's going okay. Kind of hard to get Transformers toys as of recent, but yeah.
I just sold you like 4, didn't I?
Yeah. I actually happened to have brought those out.
Oh wow!
Yeah, thank you. I set up a booth at the Victoria Ultimate Hobby and Toy Fair near where Brian is. It's like the big toy fair they've got over there. So I usually just take the ferry, set it up, and then Brian usually comes and sees me on the first day and says, "Damn you, you've got stuff I need right away."
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and then before he can circle the floor, he comes to my booth, he sees it. Right, and 5 years ago when I saw him for the first time, I recognized his face. I'm like, "That's T-Fan Page 101."
Right. Yeah.
I didn't think I'd have my own channel 4 years later, but
and you seem to be doing well on your channel too.
It's all right for a start, I guess.
Yeah. It's starting off is kind of rocky, but you're actually making the content too, so
Just at the end of the day,
but I really like the Megatron I got. I was eyeing this for a while, but it was sold out everywhere by the time I wanted it. Same thing with the Shockwave, because I'm a Shockwave fan, so I was like, I need this. So immediately I had to buy that. That was actually my first purchase at the toy fair too.
Yeah, I know. You walked in the front door, you dropped a bunch of money and said, "I haven't seen the other 199 tables in here yet." And I'm like, "I'm sorry." I'm sorry.
Your table is right at the entrance, so it's like, well, I can't go anywhere else but you.
He moved me to the entrance, like the organizer. So I was like, all right, cool. So yeah. Oh, we got Tydirium Hanger here. I think
Damn you guys! I got the Transformer FOMO. Now I got to go buy some Transformers.
Here, buy a knockout or a tarantula. I got those.
I'll help you out. You can just stop looking at the screen. There you go. We'll just go like that for a little while. I think Tydirium Hanger, he either just hit 15,000 or he's about to hit 15,000 subscribers.
Yeah, good to see Mike. How's it going, Mike? They were too covered up. Hello. The boobies. Unfortunately, you gotta come right with boobies. Unfortunately, regular boobies just don't do it for geeks. But
how about these boobies?
Those boobies. Look at them boobies.
What about these boobs, you royal boob?
You royal boob.
Oh.
Aaron Hardy says, "Shudder, more from a disappointment frown. Why, Robbie? I wanted Ghost Riders and bikes. Interesting."
Well, they used to pack the bike right in with the Toy Biz figures, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. And you know what? It's not like Hasbro.
Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about those Toy Biz bikes in forever. Those were great. Yeah, if they did something like that, you're guaranteed to see numbers jump. But they're not even offering anything, and they see their ship going like this, and they're not even moving. It's like they're not making a call to action at all.
No,
those were what $12.99 US back in the day, like those figures, right? Now to get a car. I mean, don't get me wrong. This car has a lot of features in it, and I'm sure there's no. You know what? It's hard to justify the 350. I won't even try. I won't even try. I can't.
It was featured in Fast and the Furious, wasn't it?
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
No, not
it was
not a fake charger. Not an unlicensed charger.
Oh man.
Matt Hatter says the rumor is Engine of Vengeance might come with the Moat Rider with flaming head as the next tier.
Oh, dude, Matt Hatter's just bringing the goods lately. Yo,
He
shout
always
out to
does.
Matt Hatter. I was talking to him earlier. Yo, shout out to my guy, Matt Hatter. He's maybe he'll come with me, Fisto, and that'll help spark sales. That was a good one.
Hatter has a certain charisma that he can pull it off. Like, not everybody can just go on camera and do what he does and make you laugh, because there's just it's a risky way for some people. I don't think I can do that. So,
I think Brian can do it.
Reviews. I just wanted to quickly say before the 4 minutes are up and it's midnight. Today is my 10th anniversary of doing my review show.
Holy crap! Congratulations, Brian.
Yeah. Congratulations, brother.
When you said midnight, I was like, is it the ball for Cinderella? Are we gonna have Vector Sigma?
And I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin or something. Whatever.
It's the
great
season.
pumpkin.
It's the season, right?
Well, speaking of the pumpkin, and first of all, congratulations, because
Thank you.
I watched some of your like toy hauls and stuff a few years ago. I didn't realize it'd been 10 years. But speaking of pumpkins, what about, maybe this is off topic, but what about that 4 horsemen, headless horseman that kind of ambushed us out of nowhere? I didn't even get a chance to try to pre-order that.
Yeah,
it was just sold out right away.
Expensive and limited quantities. God damn it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this: if you're talking about cars and figures, there's one thing that blew me away, and I see a few people talking about it, but in contrast to this Ghost Rider thing, did anybody see that Batman monster truck for $50 coming out of Mark McFarlane?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Geez,
That thing's ridiculous. For $50, it smacks HasLab in the face and goes, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
Man, they're owning it with that.
McFarlane, he's explained it though, like he doesn't have a board of directors to answer to, so he doesn't have those profits he has to try and reach. Now, mind you, that's only part of the problem. 50 to 350, if he was at 225 to 350 making that explanation, we would get it, right? But 50 to 350, that's an order of magnitude of 7.
Yeah.
Brian's on anniversary night, Brian's playing with a toy.
Of course. What else would be?
Naturally. Because toys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ramen Toy says engine is 57% funded with only 17 days to go. Eternia is 74% funded and with only 20. It's literally backwards. It's 57.
Is that a Ford GT40 there?
Yeah, that was a. It's one of the Lego Speed Champions. I love these lines or this line, so just messing around with it. It came with my favorite one, which is a Ford Bronco. That looks pretty good.
Yeah,
It's all
Eternia,
Lego.
in contrast to the engine, it's not even the same. That's not even apples and oranges. That's like apples and gum on the bottom of my
Apples and
shoe.
grapes.
Yeah, it's terrible contrast. You're talking about something that Marvel has the capacity to make stuff infinitely every year and just dump it on the fan base. Whether
It's
it's
apples and pennies.
whether it's whatever IP or license that's got it or whatever companies that's making it, Marvel has the capacity to infinitely unload whatever the hell they want, right? You're talking about Masters of the Universe, which has had 40 years to build steam and come out swinging. Those two products shouldn't even be considered to be talked about in the same breath because they're not even in the same like world platform, I believe. It's like look at it this way. I've already projected this on camera, and I know I'm the bad guy saying it, but that HasLab thing's gonna fail, and Eternia is gonna back, and that's just the way it is. So,
But that's the way. If you're hedging your bets, that's the way it's gonna go.
Yeah,
yeah, I'll bet on it. Yep.
I'll preface that though. Not preface that. I will say things happen right at the end, which are weird, right? But having said that though, let's just get a few more of these comments up first because I do have something to say about that. Judah Hurst says after November 9th, the campaign is a success. Charge will be done. That's all. So Judah's confident that it'll be November 9th. However, we did have a comment, and I believe I started.
I also wanted to say that not the last Toy Fair, but the Toy Fair before that, because it reminds me of the HasLab Unicron. They actually had that there at the Toy Fair.
Cheers to your 10 years. It's midnight.
Oh no. No, my 10-year anniversary. I felt so sad. But
cheers,
they
brother.
had the Unicron and I forgot to film it.
It's okay. I'm sure you got to film the Sentinel that was at the last one, at least.
There was a well, obviously I didn't.
So it was in the booth. It was in the booth across me. It was a Cherry Bombs booth.
Oh, the Cherry Bomb.
But it was in the box. It was in the. You probably filmed it
because behind their booth as well.
It was in the box. That's why. So that's probably why you didn't film it fully.
So the Dreadheads actually says a Mattel rep told me that we get charged when it hits 5,000, but they've been wrong before. There's a lot of information that's going around that we just don't understand. Now, here's one thing I do have to say. One thing about the way this campaign is going, which can help a lot of people, is that if in the next week and a half it actually does get funded, we're gonna hear a collective, "Dear God, all my money's gone," or people are just gonna breathe a big, huge sigh of relief, realizing that they still have another 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So we're gonna find out. It's my estimation that within the next week, for sure, we're gonna find out if people are gonna get charged at 5,000 back.
Hold on though. Collectors have been through this before to some degree because the price of the sail barge was comparable to this, and the price of the Unicron was comparable to this. So, you know, the difference is this is the biggest one that's also that expensive. Right, because the capacity and volume this takes will be more than Unicron. I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but no, it's bigger.
Huge,
and still, that's true. So I kind of feel like that collectors to some extent have been down this path before. Now, maybe for MOTU collectors, it might be uncharted waters. Right, because obviously Star Wars and Transformers are two different markets. Because those were like Marvel, Star Wars, and Transformers have been dominant the last going on.
They've been active.
Ever since the MCU, those are the three franchises of the last 15 years, right? MOTU is kind of like it just resurged since 2020. All of a sudden, bam, here's Eternia, by the way.
Yeah, and Marvel has Disney as an acquisition. Disney's got it, they've acquired it. So you're right. It's been around a long time. All of those have been around a long time where, again, we see these tiny little bumps. New Adventures, ping. Oh, that didn't do well. Okay,
Mike Young Productions.
Let's wait another 10 years. 200X, ding. Well, that was great.
It
Wish we
was.
could have got more of that.
Oh, I know,
and
so
then,
good.
And then here we go with this other just dead air for another 10 years.
Well, you got classics, but that was only a bump in the collector's market. There wasn't really media behind.
Think of how many people missed the boat on classics until after the wave, until after, and that's a sad story too. But then like you said, you hit this bump where it's now we have this resurgence and it's the biggest ever, and we're seeing this relaunch. Now these things start to make sense, and as Mattel, well, what are we going to do with all this tooling and this idea that we launched at the fail? Let's do something we haven't done before. Let's take a failed project from '87 that like you said, may have only rolled out 4,000 units. Let's relaunch it at the height of this MOTU success in a line that makes perfect sense. Origins, a direct representation of that '80s line with new joints and new everything. And let's see and test the waters, especially in today's collector market. It makes the most sense, and I think that's why it's going to do really well.
Good point.
That kind of reminds me of Transformers is kind of peaking in that too, because you tend to notice that they're branching out on like trying to re-engineer a lot of the characters to have this modern articulation, and they're trying to go through so many, even just outside of G1. But then they'll also go into like there's a figure called Night Prowler for Legacy and Sandstorm for Selects that are based on toys that don't exist because they never released them, but people were still aware of them. And it wasn't like these were big characters that people have known about, but they just canceled it. No, these are really, really obscure. So
yeah,
I definitely think there's more of a market for that now.
So I do want to ask the question, especially like, sorry, Ray, are you out in like where are you located?
I'm in Southern California.
So okay, so this might not apply to you, but with Jay and Brian, in your Toys R Us's, is it like mine where the MOTU section is now bigger than the Transformer section? That's how it is.
I haven't been there in a while because I haven't had a reason to be
it's,
there.
It's not that way at Walmart. I grant you, but it is lately. Toys R Us, the last few months, the MOTU section is bigger than the Transformer section.
There's been quite a lot of MOTU. I find stands for the MOTU stuff in the middle of section, and Transformers just gets like this small section right now.
Transformers has gone down until the next movie. It seems like it's weird.
Yeah.
And again, you guys have the opportunity to utilize and rebrand characters and relaunch characters in different capacities. You're able to launch new characters without any question. Where MOTU, we kind of have to stick to a lore. We kind of have to stick to a certain recipe book of characters and stuff that we know and that's familiar. When they start adding new characters like Coldar and adding new characters like Frog Monger and stuff like that we haven't seen, that's a risk in our world, and so to have those small successes is a real nod, and it's basically saying that the future looks bright, and right now MOTU can jump on that train and hopefully have some longevity, more so than we've had the last 40 years for sure.
Well, it's funny that you actually say that, because with Legacy, we've recently got some Prime characters that they tried to make into this Generations design. And a lot of people don't like that because they just completely changed what the original designs were. They wanted the original designs, but with modern articulation. But they did this because I guess either A, it's to fit in with all the other generations, or B, because they want to make a whole bunch of repaints. I think
repaints.
I don't know how relevant this is because I'm not really deep into G.I. Joe, but I noticed that G.I. Joe will sometimes decline and then, we'll have a little bit of attention and then decline again. I kind of feel like they do that for certain lines because it might not be as guaranteed to get a following compared to Transformers and whatnot, but it's still under the Hasbro branding, so they're still making money off something.
And you're absolutely right with G.I. Joe. It's just that Hasbro, I've always speculated the reason they never fully gave up on it and keep trying to bring it back is because it's an internal property, right? It's not a Disney licensed property. And don't get me wrong, like I'm as big a fan of GI Joe. And Ramen Toy, you were absolutely right. We need to get some more likes on this stream. It's classified as largely a collectors driven market, right? Then there isn't a whole lot of media pushing it outside of like the IDW comics. Hopefully it gets its own Netflix series, which I thought it was supposed to, because, you know, with MOTU and Transformers having gotten Netflix series, you'd think GI Joe would be next.
Probably Paramount Plus.
2 Netflix series back to back that are currently running.
counting the
2.
CGI, yeah.
And 3 if you want to count She-Ra in there.
Yeah,
that one animated She-Ra.
Oh, you got you got a Black Arachnia.
No,
it's Tarantulas. Sorry.
Yeah. I love this thing, by the way.
And that movie that Netflix just proposed that Jay is so excited about.
Oh God, fuck that. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it.
I've got an F-bomb out of Jay, no problem.
I'll believe
I was going to say that's not a common thing to get on this channel.
No, very rarely. I'm so frustrated.
You peaked your goal.
Yeah, no, you managed something impossible. I'm so frustrated with the Master Universe movie, reboot, whatever they want to call it, and they keep getting these thin guys to play gigantic He-Man. Like, I'm sorry, Jason Momoa like Conan the Barbarian. Jason Momoa needed to exercise a little bit, because he got huge for Aquaman.
Aquaman, yeah.
He couldn't even be bothered to freaking get big for Conan. Of all the freaking things to do, like, come on, seriously, give me a.
Well, he says he's eating 4,000 calories a day,
sure,
and hanging out with his personal trainer. So who knows what CGI graphics they could add on to this kid?
That could mean anything. They could be hanging out on the couch eating Cheetos.
Exactly. There was this parody he did where he was literally removing every single layer of muscle he had, and he showed himself as emaciated. I don't know if anybody see it. It's a meme going around, and I was like, "That's what you did for Conan." Like, anyway, whatever. I'm getting too. You got me sent. You got me there.
I got him flustered and sidetracked and saying F-bombs.
Amazing.
Great.
You got me hurting.
You've emotionally damaged this stream.
On a 10th anniversary of TF Fan Page 101, you broke me. Jeez Louise.
This is all I wanted.
Yes. Congratulations.
Happy anniversary.
Brian got what he wanted.
Yeah.
Can you say it again for my ringtone?
No. Patak. There, I said it. Okay, so
there you go.
Primate 7 says, "Well, I'm fighting with myself to buy Eternia or to buy the Mondo Battle Cat."
Oh, don't even do it. Primate's just doing that to mess with me. I know he
Mondo's
is.
prices for the same. The Eternia European.
What a devil! Oh my goodness!
Euros. What the heck is this beast? Oh my God! This is where value just goes out. You know, this is where value is.
Now, if we're talking about value, don't bring up the V word because you get me all flustered now. If we're talking about value, Mondo's great. They make great stuff. Don't get me wrong. But in contrast to, if I had to put these two in a ring up against Eternia, that's had 40 years, again, I'm going back to that, 40 years to build up steam against a Battle Cat that's brand new on the scene for the same price tag, for collectors, it's without a doubt. I mean, if you had to put two campaigns next to each other, they both do really well. But I'd have to say that most of the favoritism should be going to Eternia. I don't believe Mondo should have put this out at the very beginning of Eternia's launch. I don't think that was a good move.
No, I actually do agree with you. I think this is it was in poor taste, especially considering they got the license from Mattel. I think that this is either a really bad move, or they just had, and it can't be. They could not have not communicated about this. This is terrible, because now you're literally cannibalizing a market which needs the momentum. And that's another factor in this whole situation, which a lot of people are wondering what the heck happened, right?
So I'm going to throw a curveball in this. If Marvel Legends had done a HasLab and Hot Toys had done a release of a Marvel character, I don't think anyone would bat an eye because it's par for the course for Marvel. I think the reason we're saying this,
Right.
It's because
But-
it's MOTU. Because we're not used to getting this much MOTU product and options.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just how I feel. And same
totally-
thing for Star Wars, right?
I totally agree with what you're saying, 100%. But at the same time, it also comes on the heels of. I'm sorry, but I hate to kick anybody when they're down, but this is really the reason we're talking about this whole.
Oh, come on, man!
Right?
It
just comes down to this. Everything is being bounced off of this as a yardstick. That's the real issue that's going on here. Everything is being bounced off of this problem, right? I mean, as soon as this became a problem, right? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the negative toy YouTube community has just literally exploded.
Oh yeah, they're rampant right now.
All the channels, for whatever reason, have started going negative, right? Even channels who are traditionally huge backers of Marvel products, even they are actually backing out like en masse of this particular project. Like this is the it's the
foam complex, FOLM, the fear of losing money. You don't want to waste your money on a product that looks like Fast and the Furious with just terrible. I can't even do it anymore. I can't even do it anymore.
You know,
does it come with a DVD of Spirit of Vengeance?
No, I think
it's terrible.
I think Nicolas Cage would sue.
You know, it's not that the car or that the project's terrible. It's that the attempt from them is terrible. It's that they're so overzealous after coming off of the Tales of Hiss. It's that they're money gouging a product that should be coming out at 150 maybe. And in contrast with what's currently out there in the market, it fails completely. With their poor attempts to gain interest with the consumer by offering poor renditions of characters, boobs. It's just, it doesn't work. And I don't see them, even with the inclusion of a sticker pack, I don't see it working.
Jesus. You know what the real
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna read Mike's comment here just because you know what he's been harping about. To all you Transformers collectors out there is a KO of Fans Toys Acoustic Wave for $100 with 3 cassettes. That's crazy, and it makes me laugh. It always makes me laugh. Always makes me laugh that a KO of a KO is a thing, but it's actually a KO of a third party product.
I was gonna correct you on that, but thank you.
Yeah.
Actually,
I know, right? Exactly. They're all freaking. No matter what, they're all illegal. Let's just get it right. Like,
yeah, it's bad to talk about Soundwave in front of me and Brian because what happened to the one I sold you, Brian?
I didn't know if you wanted me to bring it up. I was gonna, but so I got the Masterpiece Soundwave from him, but a couple months later, the tab that holds the chest in cracked. And it's attached now because I got a rubber band around the chest, but yeah, it's I still love the Soundwave, but
okay, I'm glad you do because
you know
I remember the day you walked out of the dealer or the showroom so happy with that thing.
Oh, I'm still happy.
When I heard the story, it just soured it for me. Right, it wasn't just about. It's never just about a sale. If I do a toy show, right, it's about relating to people like this and finding out that he already knows some of you, and we end up on the screen together. Right? I didn't know that you guys knew each other, right?
Yeah, we've been on streams together.
There's been multiple times where Jay's like, "Hey, I could get you this Transformer if you need."
I've offered in the past.
Yeah,
I've done. Speaking of
which, I do appreciate you looking out. By the way, I wanted to point out that GameStop has Minerva apparently.
I saw it today.
Oh,
really?
I saw it today. Yeah.
Can my GameStops hurry up then?
We're out west, man.
Yeah.
I'll get mine about a day before yours, before it crosses the water.
How is that possible? All the ships come to you guys. I don't understand how that's even possible.
Because we just throw it back at you.
It doesn't make any sense. The ships land on your port, and then everything gets distributed out. That doesn't make any sense.
I think they used the Great Lakes or something.
It's just so weird. So weird. Space Cowboy says, I eat 4,000 calories a day, and I'm nowhere near buff enough to play He-Man. That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, I'm sitting there. If all I had to do was eat 4,000 calories, it'd be like Big Mac, please, and another.
Yeah, that was his statement.
Basically, is what he meant, I guess.
Oh my god,
It's
that's
funny.
gonna be the funniest
Space
thing.
Cowboy.
Reyes says big kitty. Yes, he is a big kitty. Yeah, no, so KO over KO. Yeah, man,
they call it fourth party.
I know.
I've heard that term before.
Once again, we're splitting hairs here. A product which is not licensed is not a licensed product. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it simple.
I hope I don't accidentally break my Dark of the Moon Megatron. Oh no.
Oh
kidding.
my goodness.
Okay, I was gonna say you're not breaking 2 toys off me over 2 toy fairs. I just become a jinx. You'll just walk by my booth next time with blinders on. I don't know.
I really wanted to smash the Top Spin and the 2 Micromasters.
All right. So just to end it, just to end tonight on a really as if nothing else was controversial today. Let's talk about, because right now it's all about the values, right? It seems just to be about value.
Well, as a collector, I'll be honest, you do, there is an environment where you do buy because you got the love of the game, and that's part of it. But it's always in the back of your mind, and you're always listening to the community, and you're always kind of looking at numbers because we're trying to get the best price on figs also, and we're not trying to have to be dependent on a secondary market. And a secondary market reflects immediately what the value is of said figure. So it is ever present, and you always have to be mindful whether you collect for value or not. So I just had to throw that out there.
Absolutely. And I totally agree. So guys, not sure anybody's in on this news, but Super7 just released their latest solicitation for wave, I believe it's 7, of their Thundercats.
Oh. And
I know not a lot of people are into this, but it relates in so much that 3 of the characters now Super7's always been expensive, $55 a figure. Rotaro is gigantic, so a boutique company, small, $55 seems okay for him. This, and I don't know how anybody got away with this back in the day, but Rankin and Bass seemed to be able to make it. The Devil, Mongor, basically, like this. If that's not the Devil, I don't know what is.
I think that's the thing that's the opposite of Santa, Krampus.
Yeah, Krampus, pretty much, but that still gives me nightmares. This thing, holy crap! This thing is $55, but again, he's a big boy.
That's a cool fig.
Yeah, Willa, which a lot of people are saying, well, that's not really worth $55, including Mad Hatter. She's $55. Comes with a host of hands. I don't know why she needs so many hands.
I do.
I was about to say, although I'm pretty sure some enterprising young man will figure that out.
Oh my!
Yeah, and Mad Hatter as well is very, very concerned about the head sculpt, because if anybody collects Super 7, we all know how Super 7 head sculpts turned out.
It looks like the girl you see at the end of the Jungle Book movie, and then Mowgli goes off of her.
She's 2 shades too light for that, but yes, I know what you're saying. Actually, she's more like 5 shades too light. But anyway, but the real controversial character in all of this, okay, knowing that these characters are all $55, so he's so Rotaro's $55. He's a chunky boy. Mongor is $55. He's pretty freaking tall. Willa is $55, but again,
she's too light colored.
She's just a little bit too pale. But the controversial figure that, and if anybody even remembers what this is $55 for a Snarf.
Snarf.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does anybody see?
Lionel.
Does anybody see any real value in this?
Yeah, absolutely. Snarf is an iconic character. He was a huge part of Thundercats. He's Lionel's best friend. It's kind of like having, a really, really nice Orko. That's what he is, basically. In MOTU world, he'd be the Orko. He's a cool figure, but he comes with a glove and he comes with the Sword of Omens in short form. I think that's great.
And
I think that's a cool piece.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, right? Here's my problem with what you're saying. There are 8 claw shields right now. 8.
Oh.
I don't need another freaking claw shield. And if you count them, there are 5 short swords. Okay? Again, as much as I love Thundercats, I don't need another short sword, and I don't need another claw shield. Why the hell does he have these things? For crying out loud, and I want to talk to Brian about this, because he's got one piece of freaking candy fruit. One freaking piece. You know how many pieces of candy fruit there are? There's candy canes. There's little bobs. There's freaking like cakes. There are so many different types of candy fruit out there, right? Where's his little teddy bear? Of all the freaking things to not include with Snarf, you didn't give his damn teddy bear?
Yeah.
What the F, man? Seriously. Like, come on, Brian.
Thanks, Obama.
Forget the freaking claw shield. Give him Lionel's freaking teddy bear. That was the big.
I love that. I love that this has gone to Jay losing it over. Give me the damn teddy bear, will you? Come on, Super7. Where's the damn teddy bear?
Teddy bear, man. A teddy bear.
He gets really upset watching Winnie the Pooh.
And you know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? What really would have been a home run on this? It would have been the freaking bucket. He needs the freaking bucket. Okay, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about with the bucket, you're not a Thundercats fan. I'm just kidding. But seriously, you want to talk about digging deep with characters? You want to talk about meaningful items that you want to make this added value? The freaking Lionel teddy bear, because that's the number 1. Number 2 is the freaking bucket. Okay, don't give me another Sword of Omens. I don't need it. Don't give me another freaking claw shield. I don't need that either. I need a teddy bear and I need a freaking bucket.
A teddy bear, a bucket, and we need Pig Boy.
Pig Boy, exactly. Here's the reality. Snarf beat Safari Joe by kicking him with a bucket. Come on. Seriously. We're talking about the mythos of Thundercats here. That is the thing that Snarf needs. I probably would really consider, and I'm an idiot, so I'm still gonna buy this thing. I already know that. But I'm just saying, my God. The two items you put in there are the things which you can save money on, right? The freaking claw shield and the freaking sword. Instead of making a damn bucket and a freaking tiny little teddy bear.
I like the tail stand.
I mean, you could have just stolen the teddy bear that comes with Michelangelo. Like, come on. Seriously.
My question to you guys is: do you think that? Because I've noticed this with other products, like Halo has the Halo Heroes line, and then sometimes they'll put in the big figure with a bunch of normal-sized or smaller figures. Do you think that what they do sometimes is, yeah, this figure is small, but there's also larger figures to kind of even out the value of the entire wave?
Okay, so I understand, Brian. I know what you're saying.
I'm just asking as a question.
No,
I don't know.
I totally get it, and that probably would have worked with me with Mumra, because Mumra is huge. Mumra's massive, but you're asking another $15 for him anyway, right? He's freaking huge, right? Here's the thing:
oh jeez,
Matt Hatter brought this up. Just, don't lose it, Brian. Don't lose it, Matt. Oh wow.
Oh. I felt something moving. I thought it was a wire. No,
which Transformer is that?
It is
Cheetor.
That's a burrito.
Cheetor.
Oh my God, that is one crazy Transformer. It's a Beast Wars.
I got it for my birthday. My cat that was very close to passed away, and we got her on my birthday.
Oh, welcome to the toy world, little dude.
It transformed into another littler, smaller cat. It's okay.
Yeah.
Mike over Tiberian Hanger says, Jay, what do you think about all the vintage Eternias on eBay now setting records available? It's just a constant effect, Mike. I mean, like as soon as they know that something better, newer and better is coming out, the fire sales start, right?
Yeah.
And it's ironic in my opinion, because after the funding, which you mentioned already, after the funding, the prices are going to come back up again. Right now they're putting on fire sales for no reason. I would have waited. I would have waited until it
And that's that FOLM complex, the FOLM, the fear of losing money. That's why we're seeing people fire sale their Eternias, because they're like, oh, the value's going down. I might as well sell it, because they're looking at the market from another end. So that's why we're seeing that. But then upon launch, vintage is always going to retain its value somehow. If it's original and it's in great shape, I don't care what it is. It's gonna retain its value.
Yeah, it might not be the $2,000 that it was at one point, but it's still going to be a heck of a lot more than it was when it first came out. In some cases,
because some people are looking for the purest version of whatever that is.
or that nostalgia they had when they were a kid.
Hey, right? Jay, what number are we at right now? Let's just check numbers real fast.
I don't think it's moved much, but we'll check it, and then I'm going to read this. Oh, not that one.
Oh.
All right.
It's like Mortal Kombat. Finish him.
It went up
fatalities.
People are buying. It went up by 1.
Haslabity.
Yeah, it went up by 1. So 3,744. So we are actually we hit 74%. So yeah, we're almost there. 75%. 75% is well on the way. We're getting there. Aaron says, Aaron says, I think I need snarf. I think I need 3 snarfs. 1 to display, 1 for the blender, and 1 for the microwave. This isn't Gremlins, Aaron. You described Gremlins to a T. Oh my God.
Well, I don't know. I haven't fed it after midnight. So.
Tidarium Hanger says, "Good that Rotaro came out for 55," which goes to Brian's point. Did the plastic that went to Rotaro actually offset the cost of or because Rotaro was $55? Is that what offsets Snarf, right? Yeah. And the thing is, I still think that's not very. I think it's a little disingenuous. I still think so. And again, in my opinion, if you're going to put out Snarf, definitely give him the accessories that he needs for fans, because this is what the Ultimates line is supposed to be. It's supposed to be the line that speaks to fans. And if you give me another claw shield for crying out loud, I'm just gonna have a hissy fit myself. And then another short sword, like I get it, but at least make it have something. Even you know what? And somebody remind me of this. Is there a broken short sword? Right? I think that's a missed opportunity. If you were going to do something, give us the broken version of the sword.
Hey, you guys could pay me and send over your short swords, and I'll break them for you, and then I'll mail it back. No worries about that. You can get in touch with me. Just send a DM. I'll get right back to you.
I'll pass on that. No, thank you, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Super7, basically, I'm going to end with this because I got to leave. I'm getting the hell out of here. The Ghost Rider thing, I got to check it with my therapist. You know what, Super7, if you're not going to include the teddy bear, you can get the snarf out of here. We'll see you guys next time. Make sure to check in with Collecting Classics, and peace.
All right, Ray. Wow, that was a really quick one.
Who was that guy?
I know. Who was that guy? Ray Black says, LOL, that's not like having a Rupert with Stewie. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Thank you, Ray. That actually makes a lot of sense. All right, guys, we're gonna start one.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. What were you gonna say, Brian?
Oh, when I got this, I tried transforming it without the instructions, and I managed to get it right. It was tricky, honestly.
It wouldn't surprise me.
That's freaking amazing.
That you couldn't figure that you wouldn't be able to figure.
Doesn't shock me one bit. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to start winding down. I'm going to take a few more questions, but I did want to thank our guests for tonight. Ray already took off, so thank you to Collecting Classics, Ray. Brian over TF fan page. Happy anniversary! 10 years as a YouTuber. What a milestone! My God, just crazy. Freakiness and all. It's all good. And of course, Toy Connections. Ken, where are the subtitles?
Oh, when you take out the Yeah.
There we go. Guys, please give both these guys a like and a follow. Honestly, wonderful toy channels all the way around. Of course, Brian is definitely your connection for Transformers. Toy Connections, pretty much everything across the sun, but specializing, of course, right now in GI Joe and Transformers, and of course, we can't forget the WWE. Oh gosh, I can't even remember the names anymore.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't remember.
And that's the bottom line.
AEW.
AEW.
That's right, AEW, and all the great Japanese wrestlers out there. Good on you. Let's take a couple more comments, guys. Then we're gonna log off.
Yeah.
Space Cowboy Jay, I hate that there's another claw shield. Also, Jay, add to the cart. Yeah, pretty much. That is pretty much exactly what it is. I'm still upset though, but it is my money to be stupid with. Sunny Panago, sub collecting classics. Thank you for the buzz. Yeah.
You said that with a full Pinoy accent, Panago.
I know, right?
You totally nailed it. Right.
Oh man, well, we gotta try sometime. Bob Wave, Brian should just include Snarfer, then it would be worth $55. Yeah, this is true. Absolutely, I would love to have them both, but
and he's talking about Brian Flynn, not Brian from T-Fan Page 101.
No, we're talking about.
I thought someone wanted me, but no.
Oh, Brian, you got a little Snarf there with you right now. I mean, like
you do. I had to burst your bubble, but yes, you do have a Snarf.
I'm renaming you Snarf. You're no longer Luna.
You don't have to do that. Tadarium Hanger said, "Oh, it's Leo Prime."
Oh yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for that to come out. By the way,
he looks amazing. He looks incredible. Oh my god! Completely
more excited for Tarn though.
Completely retooled for the ground.
Tarn.
Oh, just crazy. Aaron Hardy says, "Terrorize, terrorize." Does the little cat transform? Probably. Sterling Running Steam Phillips says, if it wasn't a dream, speech to text, it looked like a Snarf, but wicked. For at least 4 minutes from 15 feet, it just grinned full flashlight.
Well, you just transformed him. You just transformed him while we were talking. That's amazing.
That time that we were transformed. That's crazy. Aaron Hart says that Megatron transformation is mind-blowing.
Oh, it is.
Tardarian Hanger
says, this isn't even a third-party one.
Tardarian Hanger says Pumaira's claw shield is a special one. This one is special. Jeez Louise. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. So many freaking claw shields. Give me a damn bucket. Sterling Running Steam Phillips. I'd be willing to take a test to prove what we saw. Snarfs are real and freaking scary. There you go, brother. Nolan says, great stream, guys. Thank you so much, Nolan. Good to see you, brother. Matt Hatter says, thanks, sweeties. This was fun. Thanks, Matt Hatter.
Thanks, Hatter. Thanks, Nolan.
Oh, you're welcome, honey.
Rhea Black says, yes. What a great live tonight. Absolutely. It's made even better with great guests. Tomato Bump Splotch, how many backers needed to unlock the readership? Ooh, that's funny. Too many. Primate 776 says this is the only one for Ray. I think I will buy the Haslab Ghost Rider. Take that, Ray. Oh, don't be lying. Don't be lying. Space Cowboy.
I know.
I know, right? Snarfer is the Scrappy Doo of Thundercats. This is true. Helion Dread says Mattel panic for the next 26 days. FOMO. Yep, it's hard. It's hard.
My cat's trying to play with Megatron right now.
He sees it as an enemy.
He's going after the mermaid leg.
Oh, jeez, he's swimming. All right, everybody. Thank you again for joining us. I want to thank my special guests again, Toy Connections and TF Fan Page 101. Guys, definitely give these channels a like and a follow. All right, Brian, last words before we log off?
Hello.
Ken, what do you say?
That's like a crazy wrestling promo right there.
Pretty much.
And I have no idea what to answer except the excellence of execution will wrap you up in a sharpshooter in the ring there, guy staring at me with a creepy look. I have no idea what else to say.
I'm in your walls.
Oh, man. You're the mold.
Look out the window.
No, that's okay. I don't want to. I'm actually quite scared. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for joining us here. But
I'm literally looking out the window, so
My name is Mega J Retro, Toy Connections, NTF fan page. Guys, definitely give us a like and a follow. And Brian is just going all creepy on us now all of a sudden. So, guys, it is time for us to log off. I need some sleep. These guys are just about to get to bed. You guys are awesome. Please stay safe. I hope you guys are doing well. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Geek Proud.